9 o'clock on the dot. Oh, you know why?
Mm.
Because it was scheduled for 9 o'clock. That's
Mm.
what it was. Okay. All right. Let's go. All right. Hey, what's good? Welcome to Richie Rich Abroad. I'm Rich.
And this is Chang.
I'm Richie Rich. Sorry. Yeah. All right. All right, Chin, get it started. Let's get it
All
cracking.
right. So today is another day, a beautiful day, and we're wishing that you have a beautiful day.
Yes.
Is that? You know who it is.
Yeah, I know, but if you're gonna do it right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You jacking up his whole
I
thing already.
know.
Yeah. Let's
So
go. Let's go.
yeah, so for today's live stream, again, this is a call-in live stream. So I pinned the number that you're going to dial. It's 415-490-8030. So before we start with our live stream for today, of course, we are not soliciting anything from you guys, but
But if you want to send us a super chat or anything,
super
any kind of
sticker.
support, super sticker, whatever it is, we always appreciate it. And we ain't never gonna be mad at you for supporting the channel.
Yes. And also, we are respectful in this channel and we are expecting the same
We
for
respect
everything.
you,
Yeah.
so please respect us
Hmm.
and the other people in the chat.
Yes, that's right. And don't forget to hit the like button as you enter. And if you have, your hands are itchy, just keep on clicking the
Yeah,
heart, the smile, the
I think it
100%.
only helps if you click it for each person if they click it one time.
Really?
I don't think it helps if they click it multiple times.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's like watching the same person watching the video. Yeah,
Got it,
it
got
only
it.
works one time. Yeah,
Mm, mm.
but please make sure when you come in, hit that like button though.
Yes. So
Yeah.
for today's topic, of course, we had a poll posted of yesterday, a few days ago. It's about why do some foreigners struggle to make it in the Philippines?
Right.
So if you have another choice, add it
I,
in the comments.
I struggle to get my clothes on right.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
need the screen. I think we need to like move it a little. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's
Fine.
right.
All right.
Okay, so the poll response we got the hard 65% got hard time figuring out that they're not in Kansas anymore. Yeah. So that's the main reason why foreigners struggle here in the Philippines. The second that got the highest score is 22% said rice isn't life for most foreigners and they need something more. So do you think later we'll discuss it later. And
All right. So the first topic for this live stream for the foreigners and expats that are here, especially in the Philippines
mm,
already, and for those wanting to come to the Philippines, or for those who have been to the Philippines, why do you think that some foreigners or expats struggle living here? Why do you think some people struggle coming here, especially when it comes to living here? So many people end up going back. So many people, some people just can't make it. What's the reason that people have such a hard time making it in the Philippines? My own personal opinion, I think people don't plan well. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm one of those people. I didn't really plan to to stay in the Philippines. I came to the Philippines thinking it was going to be a short-term holiday before I went back over to China, and I just ended up changing my mind and staying in the Philippines. But I didn't have a plan. I really didn't have a long-term plan, and it could have worked. It could have completely blown up in my face, but I was lucky that I was able to grab a position that worked out, and things worked out for me. But a lot of people just don't plan well. What's the reason? What's the reason? Give us you guys' take. What's the reason that some people just don't make it here in the Philippines? What is it?
you know
Okay.
what changed?
What?
You met me.
Come on, man.
That
Anyway,
changed your mind.
it. You know what? I'll give you. I'll give you. It did. It did somewhat. It did somewhat. It did change my mind because I formulated a plan, and I decided I was going to make a YouTube channel and I was going to give this a shot and see if I could make it blow up. I met you, and then we collaborated. We decided to work on this together. So it did change. I mean, in honesty, I mean that's kind of real. It did. You did kind of change things,
Yeah. If you
right?
look into our other older, the
Yeah,
first
that's
video,
true.
where
That's
five
true.
head was there.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It was definitely there, right?
Woo.
All right.
Okay, so the next response.
Let's give a shout out to people that's here in the
Okay.
chat first of all, right?
Yeah.
All right. So shout out to SR Williams. We just had you in the premiere.
Mhm.
Thank you for supporting us, brother. We really appreciate it. Kevin Benson, what's up with you?
Hello.
And Jesse Moore, Oakland in the house. Jesse, I'm gonna be home in what 5 days, brother. So so hit me up if you can. Hit me up in the WhatsApp. It's easiest to get at me in WhatsApp. Let's get together. Let's see if we can get me, you, and Slick Rick together and get and have a drink or get something to eat and chop it up, brother. I think that would be super cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be awesome.
All right. What else? What else you got?
All right. So the second, the next option, the third.
We don't need that.
The poll?
Yeah, we don't. We got the
All
first,
right.
the main stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think number one, the first reason.
John was calling in. Let's see what John was got to say. All right. All right. Let's turn the speaker on. You just had me turn it off because you're. All right. So, John Armwood, this is Richie Rich and Ching in the house. What you got to say, bro?
For some reason, the chat box is not appearing, and I'm not quite sure why.
Huh. Let us test this out. Let's test it out. And
I see participants. I see Jesse Moore. I see Kevin Benson. I see Richie Rich abroad, and I see SR Williams 1963. But there's no place to chat.
Really?
All right, we'll check this out. Yeah, let's put something in the chat there.
I'll type something for you. Okay.
Okay. Thanks for making us aware of that. Just type something.
Hi.
Huh. Hold on. Let's get this together. Okay, this is connected for audio. Can you hear us right here, John? Okay, but this is not connected. Okay, all right. Let's get this connected. Hold on a second.
So while we're having this connection thing, everyone, so please don't forget to hit the like button.
Let me get another.
There we go. We got you. We got you live now. We got you here on the speaker, so we're good now. And Kevin Benson says the chat is up. Yeah, Kevin said the chat's up.
I'm gonna grab my iPad and see if I can see it there.
Do that and maybe refresh. Maybe refresh too.
Yeah. Are you on your computer, John?
He said, I think
I was here before it started.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Try a refresh.
Yeah, maybe hit that refresh. All right.
Okay.
And while John's refreshing and doing his thing, again, I think one of the biggest things is people don't plan well. The refresh works.
Okay.
Okay, John. So what do you think is the biggest reason in your mind? What do you think is the reason why a lot of foreigners don't make it or don't last here in the Philippines?
I think that generally, when you're going from the United States or Europe to Asia, it's particularly Southeast Asia, that there's so many cultural things that are different.
Okay.
People are different. The weather is different.
Right.
The food is different.
And
if you haven't traveled a lot and you're mid-40s and up, I think it can be really, really shocking.
I agree with that. I think it can be tough.
I remember the first time I went with my ex-wife. I had been to Europe. I had been to Asia before. We went to China, and she's Chinese from Malaysia, and she had a problem.
Right. Yeah, it can be tough.
Walking out of the airport, and these women are asking for the taxis, and they're quoting us all these fees.
Yeah.
And me being a New Yorker, I had already checked how much they're supposed to cost.
Right.
So I'm always saying, booyah, booyah, booyah.
Booyah, yeah.
How much it was supposed to cost.
Yeah, exactly.
But she was panicking and getting really upset. Wow.
Yeah.
I know what I'm Chinese to say no.
Exactly. So John is saying that the biggest one of the biggest things is the adjustment, right? The adjustment. Thanks, John. And John, after this call, me and you need to get together for a little conference
Exactly.
after this. So look, I'll look forward to talking to you after we get off, after we finish our live stream, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, John. So John is saying one of the biggest things is the adjustment.
Hmm.
I think that's huge too. What do you think?
I think also, especially when you are a foreigner who haven't been outside of your country.
Mhm.
So it's like everything is new to you. So you're used to being around with the
Right.
Americans, and the Filipina as well is used to being with the with Filipinas. So if a Filipina goes out of her
We're
country,
talking about foreigners
okay,
coming
okay.
here.
So
Yeah.
like you're used to being with Americans. So
Go ahead. I don't think that's it, because America is America. We're a melting pot. We're used to
mm,
being around people from all different kinds of cultures, but I think I think it's going from a modern country to a third world country.
mm,
Sorry, y'all. It
mm,
is what it is, and I think everything slows down dramatically,
mm,
and I think it's difficult for people who are used to being in America, used to everything go go go, and suddenly everything
it
slows down. It's not
plummets the.
convenient. You don't have all the
Mm.
conveniences you have in America. I think it's tough for a lot of people, and I think people struggle.
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say? Sorry.
Yeah, I think what I'm trying to say is that you are used to being with Americans, for example, who are used to having the same lifestyle that you
Right.
have.
Mhm.
And then when you come here, like for example, the Philippines, it's more like of a chill lifestyle, and not everyone's rushing to do things.
Right.
So it kind of,
It's going to change.
uh-huh.
It's going to change, right? We're going to have to just do that. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to change, right? I mean, your
Okay.
lifestyle is, you're just not used to things slowing down
Mm.
that much, and I think
Mm-hmm.
it's tough for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about what you think about? I think there's dudes who come here and they have an expectation that they're going to get this woman and everything is just going to work out. It's going to be the Disney thing. What do you think about that?
I think there's a lot of uh attributes when watching YouTube channels.
Mhm.
So they have this created like an expectation or a fantasy
Mhm.
on their heads, and then when they come here, oh, he can do that, I can do the same thing.
Right.
So
And then when people don't do it, they get disappointed.
yeah.
I've seen people become kind of like a recluse. Like they come here and things aren't working out the way they thought. They thought they were going to come here, get a girlfriend, and travel around and do all this and that. And they're not getting the girls, or they're not getting the attention they thought they were going to get. And it becomes difficult. And they kind of lose the confidence that they thought they had.
Don't get me wrong, if you
Okay.
just want attention, or you just want uh a girl,
Mhm.
it's easy to get a girl.
I agree.
Just a girl. You're not going to vet. You're not going to do
Yeah.
the process of
Right. You'll
getting.
get a girl,
You'll
right?
get a
Yeah.
girl.
It's the question is what kind
What
of
kind
girl
of girl
are you going to get,
yeah.
right? That's the question. And if you're just here to get some sloppy, secondhand, what what y'all call them at the store?
Slight ukay
Oh,
ukay.
yeah, okay, girl. Then yeah, you could do that, but but I think we all want a quality woman. We all want a quality woman. Let's shout out to people that join in the chat.
Yes.
Jeff Goldborn, what's going on with you?
Hello, Jeff.
Anders Peterson, shout out to you, Anders.
Hi, Mike T.
Mike T is in the house,
And of course, the big boss. You're early
What's
today.
going on, brother? All right. Jeff said hello. Anders said, he's just stopping in to say hi. We appreciate you, Anders. But he said, if you're retired and you've never lived outside of where you grew up, it's seriously hard to adjust. I agree. It's super hard to adjust. I had the same problem when I went to China. It was tough. That first year was tough, but it was exciting. For me, it was really exciting because everything, it was sometimes going to the bank was just make me crazy, but it was exciting because everything was new. Every day was an adventure, and that's how I looked at it. But some people, it's hard. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. So it's hard for some people, right?
Yeah, and also like for example, if I'm going to apply the same principle to me, so if I'm going to live in the province, I don't know any dialect,
Right.
so I don't know how people speak there, and I don't know how they live their life there. So I think adjusting, it will take time.
It takes
but
time.
you need to have an
takes
open.
time,
It
yeah.
takes time.
It takes time.
But you need to have like an open mind.
You
to
do.
everything.
You can't travel to a new country with a whole new culture and have a closed mind and think like they're supposed to adjust to you. Yeah, like that's the craziest thinking. Like, but people really believe that. They think, well, in America, nobody cares what you did in America. You're not in America no more, right? So you're here. So either do what we do, or go back, or take your ass back home, right? Nobody's caring what you did in America, right? All right. Mike T said, not planning ahead, unable to adjust to the culture. I completely agree. And again, I'm not gonna lie. I was seriously guilty. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a plan because my plan was to go back to China and work at the university. So I didn't have a plan to stay here. But then when mom started going through all of that stuff, and it kind of changed my perspective. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna live it up. But I didn't have a plan. I didn't, I started forming a plan, but everything could have backfired on me in a heartbeat. Right? Right?
Yeah. So
Right.
John, Anders said, heck, moving North Dakota to Texas was a heck of an adjustment.
You don't even know what North Dakota is,
Huh?
It's all right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a great point. I mean, just moving to North Dakota, right? Or from North Dakota to Texas. North Dakota, look, it's cold and windy in North Dakota. I've been there. Yo, we played the Bison, and we played what is the Bison and the Fighting Sioux. I think they might have changed their name since then. But anyway.
It's cold outside.
But yeah, it is cold, man. I mean, and to go from there to Texas, where it's hot as hell, that's a big change. That's a big change. Anthony Ross is in the house. What's
Hello,
going on
Anthony.
with you?
It seems to me that some guys are hard-headed and refuse to accept the culture. Arrogance is their downfall.
Anthony, I'm with you, bro. I think so many people come here and they're just super arrogant. I'm American. I'm this. I'm that. You should treat me this kind of way, or blah blah blah. People ain't trying to hear it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, bro.
Right. Anders said, "Go fighting." How do you say that? Fighting Sioux. Right now it's the Fighting Hawks. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They used to have the cool Fighting Sioux hockey jerseys. Those jerseys were tight. I always wanted one of those. But anyway.
All right. Yeah. John Armwood said, Cheng saved Richie Rich from losing it.
She might have saved me, John. She might have saved me.
Or I caused to lose
it. Yeah, she might have caused me to lose it. Right. I'm not sure which is which, but we're still here and we're still doing good. But,
yeah. So I think it's not me personally. I think personally that Rich has this open mindset, open mind to everything. And he's been living abroad. So I think that helped him in adjusting well to another culture. So yeah, helped being in another Asian country, living there for 8 years.
That helped. I mean, living in China and living in Japan helped a lot because you understand they're not going to adjust to you. They don't need to adjust to you. But also the fact that I live at home. That I work from home makes a big difference because I don't have to go out. There's a lot of stuff that I don't have to deal with that the everyday person has to deal with. No traffic, no commuting, no nothing like that.
So there's less interaction.
There's a lot less interaction. I don't have to go to banks. There's a lot of stuff. The only thing I have to do is go to BOI. That's it. So it's pretty easy for me. The adjustment is pretty easy for me. Right? Let's take a call.
Yeah.
And who's on the line? I know you always think you know who it is, but let's go. All right, Richie Rich and Ching are in the house. Who's on the line?
Johnny P. Who else?
Oh, John's in the house. John,
how y'all doing?
Hey, John, we're doing real good now that we heard your voice. How you feeling, brother?
Having good days, bad days, but mostly good.
That's good. That's
my
good.
Rehab on the 15th, and I got to go to this cardiologist. I think it's the 11th or something.
Right.
But other than that, I feel pretty good.
Good. Get healthy and get better, and bring your black behind back. Exactly. Yeah. What's your take, bro?
Yeah, I can't wait for you to get here, man.
Yeah. Hey, me and John Armwood are gonna talk about it. We're gonna come up with a place for the meet and greet, and right after this live stream, and then I'm gonna hit you with it right as soon as we get that. You and Stevie Mac. I'm gonna hit both of y'all, and we're gonna get together. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time.
I can't wait.
Okay. What's your take on the topic? What's your take on the topic? Why do you think so many cats come to the Philippines and struggle to make it?
The main topic is they're watching too many things on YouTube, and they really believe that they can live in the Philippines for about $1,000 a month.
Right. Right.
Which
Mhm.
is insane.
Right. Right.
Me,
Go ahead.
myself, when I came over there, I didn't have any problems with justice.
Mm-hmm.
None whatsoever.
Right.
I was in the mindset of just coming there and observing, and I get along with everybody, so I didn't have any problems. And as far as it being slow, a slow pace,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I enjoyed it.
Right. Well, because we were in Manila, though, John. We were in Manila, and Manila's kind of, is the big city here, so
Yeah.
it's a little faster than all the other places, except for maybe Cebu, right? So it's a little faster place. It's not that slow, but in a lot of places, it's a lot slower, right? But I agree with you. I think
Right.
I think a lot of people come here and they try to big time people here, and people just don't care where you come from. It's just like either come in and enjoy it, or take your behind home. And it's just that simple.
That's it. Like I said, Rich, I fit right in.
You did. You jumped in
Yeah.
and you stayed in. We loved you and we want you back, brother. We want you
Yes.
back. Yeah.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
Too.
All right, man. Look.
Take care,
we're-
Johnny.
Before I forget,
What? Go ahead.
I was stationed in North Dakota, Grand Forks.
Oh, that's a missile base, isn't it?
And Mr. Land, it was a SAC base.
Right.
And B-52s and missiles.
Right. It's cold, ain't it?
Cold as hell.
And bruh, I've never experienced any cold like that in my. It is cold, bruh. That's all I can. People until you've been there. Maybe Alaska's. I'm sure Alaska or up far north in Canada is different, but it is. And if you ain't been to North Dakota, you better ask somebody. It is
Let
cold,
me tell
brother.
you,
Yeah. All right, John.
my last working night,
Go ahead.
I was working on the bomber pad. I was guarding 52,
Uh-huh.
and the wind chill factor got to
Right.
25 below zero.
That's the
and
killer.
It started raining.
That's the killer. It's the wind is cold, but the wind will kill you in North Dakota. The wind will kill you, bro. Yeah, John, Johnny, we're gonna get on to our next caller, and
yeah,
but
please do.
I'm gonna talk to you after this live stream is over. We love you, bro.
Love you,
I
Johnny.
love you too. Love you both.
All right, take care, man.
I'll be looking to hear from you.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right. So
I just
yeah,
like hearing.
I know he just peps me up, man. He always peps me up.
know.
So wine sipping cowboy. Hey, wine sipping cowboys in the house.
Hello.
What's up with you, bro? We love you, man. Yeah, it's good to hear from you again. Wine sipping cowboy said, I traveled to and from the Philippines for 40 plus years.
Wow.
You got to roll with the culture. Exactly, bro. Exactly. You just got to come here and just relax, enjoy it, right? Right? Okay, go ahead. Who's next?
You, her, and I are doing that.
Mhm.
So that's what he said. So Ken McCulkin. Hello, Ken.
Ken,
Welcome.
what's going on? Welcome to the channel.
Good day from Australia.
You gotta say it like they say it.
Huh?
Good day.
Good day.
Good day. Yeah, you gotta say it like
Good day from
Yeah.
Australia.
Right.
Closed my Facebook account last week. I tried to call in on live, but no luck. So again, Ken, if you want to call in, I'm gonna post here. It's already pinned in the comments.
He's from Australia. He
so
needs the +1.
Okay.
You gotta have the +1.
Okay.
Ken, I think you have to have the +1 because you're in Australia, and I think that's the issue. I think for Canada and the U.S., it's you can just use the 415-490. But from outside of the continental United States and North America, I think you have to have the +1, and let's see if that works. Okay.
Okay, give me a moment.
But we hopefully it does work. If it doesn't, we sure appreciate you trying. We really do. And stay in. Leave your comments in the comment section for sure, right? And while she's doing that, let's see. Mike T said, "What's your opinion on the vlogger Vitaly being recently arrested by being disrespectful?" I think you deserve it. I think he absolutely deserved that. I'm glad you brought that up because we always talk about that, being respectful here in the vlog. You will never hear me say anything negative about the people here in the Philippines. I'm gonna keep it real. Ching, you need to put +1, dear.
Yeah,
+1. I don't see a +1 there.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's all right. Look, we're a guest in their country, and I think it's important to remember that and to be respectful. If I come to your house, I can't come in your house talking crazy, talking madness, and disrespecting you, and think there's not going to be repercussions. I think you just have to be respectful. I think he deserved it. I hope he gets deported, and I hope he learns a lesson. I hope a whole bunch of other person learn lessons on his behalf from doing stupid stuff like that. So I'm glad you brought that up too, right? All right, John Armwood. My first 3 days living in Busan, Korea was crazy. I never lived there, but I traveled there, right? And I'm sure. There you go. There you go. Right, and I'm sure that's crazy because it's a military base. I'm sure, and so there's so many military personnel over there. But I bet that's crazy, right?
Yeah. So going back to the vlogger Vitali, I saw some of the clips. He was like taking the bicycle of the local people,
Right.
taking the motorcycle. Yeah,
Right.
you need to start it. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Right.
So I mean, like, and the local people are very, hesitant to give it to them. That in it itself, you need to like stay away from the local already. As Americans, you have this personal space. Yeah. So I mean, if you're too close like this to a local person, I think that's too much. And yeah, he's
So what's
very
your take?
he's very disrespectful. The bottom line is.
Right. He got arrested. Do you think he deserved to get
I think
arrested?
so. Yeah.
Okay. I think so too. I would, and yeah. I mean, seriously, you're
coming up and
disrespecting
down,
people for
yeah.
clicks. I mean, is that not a character flaw? That, I
Yes.
mean, there's got to be a certain thing, like a level of things that you just won't do for clicks, right? I mean, there has to be that limit of things you say. Okay, now it ain't that serious, and you can't come places disrespecting people, right? All right.
Okay. So
Anders said, go ahead.
go ahead.
Anders said, come on, 40 is not that cold. 40 below is cold though, right? All right. Anthony Ross said, I heard that San Carlos is the best place to live. Is that true?
San Carlos.
San Carlos.
Carlos in
Yeah.
Is that in the Philippines?
It's in the Philippines.
Cebu.
So-
San Carlos City, Cebu. Are you talking about San Carlos City, Cebu?
Okay.
I'm not sure about that. So I'll have to look into it later and get back to you if it's the best place to live. But if it's in Cebu, it's kind of similar to Manila.
Right.
So it's like a city center. There are 3 big cities like Davao, Cebu, and the Metro Manila, where you can.
Have you been there?
Where?
San Carlos.
No.
Okay. Right.
So if it's in Cebu, because I've been to Cebu, yeah, Davao, no.
We got you. All right. Christopher Michael's in the house. What's
Hello,
going on, Christopher? From Toronto, Canada. What's the weather like in Toronto right now? That's my joint in Canada. If you're gonna go to Canada, go to Toronto,
Yeah.
Right? Not Vancouver. Not Vancouver. Toronto. My wife's a Filipina and I'm a Black Canadian. Right? See? No, I know we got brothers up there. I've never been to the Philippines, but next year is the ultimate trip. It will be. It will be a life-changing experience with your wife or without your wife. It does not matter. It'll be a life-changing experience. You will love it here, bruh. And you might not want to leave. I'm just saying, right?
Y'all keep doing your thing. Love
Thank you,
y'all
brother.
for real. Thank you,
Thank you. We
Christopher.
appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Right? Mr. Mister is in the house. What's
Good
going on, brother?
morning. This is a question I would like to answer, but I can't. Mainly because I can't relate. Most people I met in my travels were pretty cool.
Yeah. I think most of the foreigners are pretty cool. I think most of the foreigners do okay. But there's a good percentage of people that just don't make it here. They have a hard time, and I think a lot of times it's older cats too. But they just have a hard time adjusting to living here. Sometimes it might be the hot weather. It could be the monsoon season or what you call it, typhoon season, and they have a hard time making it here or just adjusting to the weather. But I really think it has a lot to do with sometimes cats come here and they think they're going to get this woman.
Yeah, and I just want to be real because
You gonna be real?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Because a lot of old guys on their senior year or
in the fourth quarter.
We got
Okay.
A lot of guys in the fourth quarter come here and thinking that they will get a younger woman and the younger woman will accept them and love them because they're for who they are.
Right.
But most of the time
she's in it for the money.
Yeah.
She's in it for the money. She gonna leave. She gonna leave. She gonna find a young buck, and the old dude is gonna be cold busting, and he's gonna be heartbroken. He's gonna be bitter, angry, and he didn't spend up all his money too,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No,
Go
it's
ahead.
okay. I'm
Go
done.
ahead.
I'm
Go
done.
ahead.
I'm done already.
Here's somebody mentioned coming here and living on $1,000 budget. Was it Johnny?
Oh, Johnny.
Johnny's. I'm gonna tell you guys something, and I'm gonna be really real. We did a video on this. We've done kind of a couple videos, right?
Like months.
Yeah, a while
several
ago.
months ago.
You can live here in
Mm,
Manila, in
yeah.
the city center, on $1,000 budget.
I agree.
You can. I'm telling you, you definitely can.
That's not a cap.
Boom. Okay, we Australia. Here we go. We made it.
Okay.
Okay, we made it happen. I'm gonna hold that thought. What's going on, Richie Rich and Chang in the house? Who's on the line? Who is it? Oh, don't drop the call because I think it's Christopher Michael from Australia, or I think it's my man from Australia. Are you still there?
Hello?
Oh, I didn't want to drop that call. Hey, we didn't connect the call, but the call came through, so I'm not sure what happened. Call back if you can. We'd love to have you on. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, I think you can live for it on $1,000, and you can live okay. But if you're going out all the time, if you're eating out, you're going out to the bars and drinking, and God forbid if you get a girlfriend, that $1,000 budget is gone.
Yeah.
That is gone. But if you're living single and just living your life, you can do that. Even here in Manila, you can live on $1,000 budget.
Mm-hmm.
But and you don't even have to be like budgeting like, oh my God.
Very stingy.
Yeah, you don't have to be like skimpy with the money. But I'm just saying, there's some situations. You get a girlfriend, you're gonna have to spend more money. If you're trying to eat out all the time, you're gonna spend more money. And if you're trying to drink, go out to the bars and all that, you're gonna spend more money.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on your lifestyle. You
Yeah.
can live that way, but it really, really depends on your lifestyle.
That's right. So I think we missed reading some of the comments. Jeff Goldburn said, if you travel to someone else's home country and disrespect them, I would hope local law would arrest you, throw you in prison, and throw away the key.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you don't want to you don't want to go in prison on another country.
Never. Right. Okay. Let's try this call again. Let's see if we got it.
Okay.
Richie Rich and Ching in the house. Who's on the line?
Richie.
Hey, who's on the line? Who we got?
It came from Australia, for God's sake.
Hey, all right, we got you. What's going on, man? Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, I was calling at 0011, which is to get out the country, then to 63.
Ah, that's what it was.
I stopped up.
We got you. And hey, that's a good learning lesson for us too, for international callers. So thank you for getting that cleared up for us. And now we know. What do you got on our
Yeah, it's all good.
What do you got on this conversation?
I was trying to get hold of you, and I've closed my Facebook account. Too much work to there for me.
I agree. Okay.
Yeah. So I've decided to close that account, and trying to catch up and get some numbers off some good vloggers, and when I come back to the Philippines, have a bit of a soiree.
I would love that.
Together.
I would love that. I'm always down for a good soiree. And a soiree is like a party. Yeah, it's like a festive party, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a French word. But anyway, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, because my girl's in a little aisle between the hole and Cebu.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, when are you going to be in this area? When are you going to be back in this area?
Well, I've had to delay my next flight because of my jet, because I'm doing contract work at the moment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I can't go over there until Christmas on the 23rd now.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm going to the States in like 5 days, but I'll be back on the 26th. So maybe that would line up perfectly for us, and maybe let's get together and have a soiree. I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Yeah, because I just called this number, and it came up as California. I thought I dialed the wrong number.
Nope, it's supposed to be California. It's a California number.
Oh, it's California. Okay,
yeah. Right.
Yeah, you must be speaking to someone else then, because that's why I couldn't get through.
Ah, got it. Right. Hey, what do you have on this topic? What do you think is the biggest reason that a lot of foreigners don't make it in the Philippines?
No respect,
Mm, okay. Yeah.
none whatsoever. They live in a different world.
Yeah. I think so too.
Yeah, you need when you go to a foreign country, you need to be respectful no matter where you are.
Mm.
It's so simple. It's so simple. You're in their house.
Very easy. Yeah, because people live in a different way of life than what they used to.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. You're in their house. You
Yeah.
have to be respectful. I totally agree. All right.
Yeah, just give a little if you can spare it.
That's it.
And just be nice and kind and respectful.
That's it. It's like you said, it's so easy. It's so easy, but some people struggle to do it. Hey, we're gonna get you off the line. We appreciate you calling. Hey, let's touch base with me. You can look me up via my email or WhatsApp. You can use the same number for WhatsApp, and let's touch base and let's put together something.
Roger, nice, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
Outstanding. Thanks. Appreciate you calling. Take care.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. A call from Australia. I like that. That's really cool. All right, that made my day. You know, Johnny made my day too, but still, that was awesome. All right, let's catch up with the comments. Right.
Okay, one moment. So,
Mhm.
Chris Cross the World said, "Hi guys, this is Chris from Texas. I feel more comfortable in the Philippines than I did Thailand for 2 months. I'm currently in Davao City to see."
It's where more comments are coming. So
Okay,
yeah.
sorry. I accidentally.
I'm currently in Davao City to see if it's a fit for me. Right. Crisscross the world. Let me know how Davao City is. I've only been there once, but I didn't stay very long. I liked it though. I kind of like Cagayan de Oro though. There's something about Cagayan de Oro that is just intriguing to me. Yeah. Right. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'd love to know more about Davao. Let me know what you think about it there. Right. Jeff Goldborn said, if they disrespect you, doesn't give you a license as well. Always should try to be respectful. Absolutely. You're coming to their house.
Yes, exactly.
You're coming to their house, their country, right?
The whole country won't adjust to you.
Exactly.
You need to adjust to
exactly the same.
to the country.
Think about how you would feel if some foreigner came to the US talking crazy and being disrespectful, right? Somebody would definitely say something to them and they might get knocked out. They might get beat up. But I mean, you owe them the same respect that they should give us, right?
Okay, so Slick Rick is finally here. Hello, Slick Rick. It's okay. He just rolled in from Los Angeles. Okay, so the topic is that what do you think is the reason why some foreigners don't make it here or struggle making it here in the Philippines?
That's the topic.
Yeah.
By the way, what was that? 8 degrees, yeah. Christopher Michael said in Toronto said it's 8 degrees right now. So not bad. Not bad for this time of year. Right, it's cold in Canada.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So Jeff Goldburn said, for the question posted, I think a lot of people just don't think rationally. They think they have something to offer, see others highlight reels on channels, and expect the same or better results.
I think so too.
You also have to consider, we keep saying this, what do you bring to the table?
You have to bring something to the table.
So in order for you to get something of equal value, then you have to share something of equal value as well.
Do you think some people just come here trying to big time people here and say, oh, I'm American, or oh, I'm from the UK, or oh, I'm Australian, and think that they're special just because they're from those countries?
I think for some reason, I think yes, and also it has in our previous video we just released earlier. I think there is also something to do with the mindset of a lot of Filipinos because most Filipinos think that when you're a foreigner, when you're from another country, we already think that you're rich or you have money.
Right.
So you with Filipinos having that kind of mindset and you coming from a Western country.
So you kind of feel big, like you're something special, right? Right.
And like Filipinas, some Filipinos
will treat you like that. Yeah, they treat you like that, right? So you start kind of believing your own hype. Right. I got you. Okay. Right. Troy Coates says, What's up? Troy Coates back in the
Hello,
house. He was in the
Troy.
premiere. What's up, Troy? We appreciate you coming in.
Hello, Garfield.
What's
Beeman.
up, Garfield? Thank you,
Love
bro.
the show and all your topics and information. Glad it was informative for you.
Absolutely, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Goldborn, go ahead.
Said, you always need to make something of yourself that females will find attractive. If female companionship is what you're after, you can lead with a wallet and you will be their wallet.
That's
more.
it. That's you're gonna be their wallet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you're done being their wallet, they're gonna find a newer, younger buck,
wallet.
yeah, who's got a bigger wallet or whatever, and you're gonna be cold busted. I'm telling you, I think that's what happened. I think a lot of cats come here and they leave with their wallet, and they get their feelings hurt because they think they're gonna get this girl, they're gonna leave with their wallet, they're gonna suck her in with the money, and she's gonna spend up his money. But then when that's gone, or when he starts trying to regulate, she's like deuces, I'll get a young buck, right? And now he's bad mouthing Filipinas and saying this and that about Filipinos, but it was his fault because he led with his wallet. Don't leave with your wallet, y'all. Don't leave with your wallet.
Yes, that's right. So Slick here said is catching up. He said you can live at 1,000, but not much as far as amenities and not going out much. Yeah, I mean, even if you don't live in a condo, if you're going to live in a decent apartment, you can still do good here in the Philippines. Go
in Manila.
In Manila,
yeah.
Yes, particularly if you cook your own meals, you don't go out a lot.
Order and grab all the time. Yeah.
And those are just fast food. You'll get fat fast.
Yeah.
Just like the other topic that
right,
we have
exactly,
right. The abundance of fast food here in the Philippines are making a lot of Filipinos fat also.
You'll have to have some kind of a budget on $1,000, right? I mean, yeah. So, but that's another video. Well, we might need to do another one of those soon and put like the numbers so people can see like the actual numbers with the receipts and everything, right? All right. Next, go ahead.
Big Boss said a grand. Maybe if you're George of the Jungle on a diet of pagpag. You know what pagpag is? Pagpag is pagpag is like food that is thrown away on the trash, discarded food. And then pagpag, you're just literally going to remove the dirt and then cook it again. So that's happening in slum areas.
Oh, okay. Well, let's not live on pagpag. Okay. All right. All
right. So,
my cheese in the house, San Pablo City is a nice area to live. Known for 7 lakes. Mike T, thanks for that. Where is San Pablo City?
San Pablo City, I think it's Laguna.
Is that Laguna?
1 moment.
Who lives in doesn't Catlin lives in Laguna? Catlin, are you in the house?
San Carlos, the one that they previously mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I think Catlin lives out in San Carlos. Or somewhere close anyways, right?
San Carlos City is in Pangasinan. And then San Pablo City is in Laguna.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So, Slick Rick said, I think one of the main reasons is that they've been outside of their country and basically they have a culture shock when everything is different from what they're used to. I absolutely agree with that.
The word to describe it.
It's a culture shock, right? And it's hard for some people to get used to it, right? Big Boss said, speaking of bringing stuff to the table, my anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hon. You can do side bends or sit ups. Oh, never mind. Copyright. Yeah. I was about to get into it too. Right.
My anaconda.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's back to Jeff Goldborn. with women, you'll be anywhere else as well, right?
Where are you?
Right.
You missed one comment. What's up with you? Yeah. Some channels would talk up how being American makes you exotic.
Right,
and if you have a little cash which puts you above a lot of locals, you can get great results. Problem is if you have issues at home. Yeah, I guess. So, yeah, I think a lot of YouTube or content creators think that when you're a foreigner, you're special here, you're treated differently, you're treated special here. And I think for some instances,
sometimes you are. Sometimes you are, right?
People are extra friendly with you because you're a tourist or you're a foreigner here in their country. But again, the problem is if you have the same issues when you have at home, the thing is maybe you will bring those same issues here when you go
wherever you go. There you are, right? Right. That's what Smooth Lee always says, right? Troy said, in my experience, I think that dealing with toxic Filipino traits like crab mentality and jealousy from family can cause big problems and drive foreigners away. I Troy, I think so too. I think so. I think there's a lot of stuff. You have to, if you come here and you don't vet right, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you if you don't vet right. So in one way or another, it is going to cost you. Her family will jack you up. She'll jack you up, and you're going to end up cold busting. You done spent a whole bunch of money and got nothing out of it. So you have to, you got to vet well. You have to.
Yeah, crab mentality. It's very evident, especially in the
Believe it.
work environment. There's a lot jealousy, not just with family members. It's also everywhere. Jealousy in the work environment, jealousy from family members. Yeah, it's not a good trait.
Jeff said, reminder, and thank you, Jeff. Thank you. Please hit the like button. Hit that thumbs up button on your way in the door. Ching is supposed to be the reminder, but Ching is slipping sometimes, and Ching wants to chop it up. But that's part of your job too, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, we're just asking you to do too much. All right, we got you. Right,
Okay.
hit the like button on the way in. Please do. Helps the algorithm to check out our video and to push it out to more people. So please hit that like button. If you want to call in, Ching is going to add the number again, right? You okay?
Huh?
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get that number in there, right?
All right.
Right. Let's get people calling. Let's get the number in there so they can know, right? Okay, there we go. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So I think we missed again.
Hood J. We got to get Hood J.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hood J is a new subscriber from Atlanta, Georgia. Hood J, we're look, in 2 weekends, we're gonna have a meet and greet in Savannah. I don't know if that works for you. I know that's not close to Atlanta, but look, we're gonna have a little meet and greet in Savannah or Beaufort, South Carolina, which I know is still not that far. But love the content. I'm 47, single, black, and you give me hope I can find a beautiful Filipina. You can, bro. You can. Just vet carefully. You can look for every dude out there. I'm gonna just keep it 100. For every dude out there, I don't care what you look like. There is a Filipino woman here who will legitimately love you. The question is, what is the quality of that woman, right? Let me just rephrase that.
Okay.
There's a
Do
Filipina out there for you. I don't know if she'll legitimately love you, but she's gonna be with you. The question is the quality of that woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I question.
Yeah.
But you will come here, you will get a woman, no matter what you look like. You will get a woman. The question is, what is she about? What does she want? And the quality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we missed the comment of S.R. Williams. So I moved. S.R. Williams said, I moved from Detroit to Maryland. That was a big adjustment. Let alone another country and culture.
Right.
Yeah, so I think that's the same thing with me moving to a province.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't speak the language, but when you move to another state, you speak also.
Mm-hmm.
You speak also English.
Just make me feel better.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it takes a lot of adjustment. It takes a lot of open-mindedness.
It does.
It
Doesn't it? It
does,
does. All right.
Yeah, pagpag is, that's right, Slick Rick. Pagpag is recycled food, and unfortunately, a lot of people living in the slum areas are doing this pagpag thing, especially.
For real?
Yeah, they recook it. I watch a lot of documentaries, especially in the slum areas.
But look, you do what you gotta do.
Yeah, to
right?
survive.
You do what you gotta do. I'm not above doing some pagpag or eating some pagpag myself. If that's what it took for me to survive, you're gonna do what you gotta do, right? I mean, that's just the name of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta feed yourself, feed your family. If that's what you gotta do, then that's what it is.
Someone here, who's this? I don't know this guy. Always Star Wars shirts. Since Disney got a hold of it, I don't personally feel good about advertising it.
Right.
What's up, Novel? Good morning.
Oh, I didn't even see Novel snuck in.
Whatever.
No, he was in here in the beginning, though. He was in here in
Yeah?
the beginning, right? Yeah, I'm a Star Wars dude. I got about 5 or 6 of these, so I'm gonna keep wearing them and keep pimping these shirts. Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep buying you those shirts.
Yeah. John Armwood said Savannah. So I believe we are going to be in Savannah. I think that is the deal because I think it makes it easier for people to fly in or people to get in. So Savannah it is for the meet and greet. And me and John and and Stevie Mac will and we're going to get together. We're going to figure out exactly where it is, what time, and what day. It's going to be on a Saturday or a Sunday, and this will be awesome. This will be super awesome. I'm excited for that, right?
Yeah, video call me, ah.
Yeah. We ain't got time for you. We're going to have some fun. Do some man
Okay.
stuff.
Ah,
right?
okay, man stuff.
Yeah,
All
do some
right.
man stuff. Yeah,
All
talk some
right.
man
Man-
talk. Yeah,
Man talk.
right.
Is there dominoes?
We might play some dominoes, right? Yeah.
yeah.
What you know about dominoes? You don't know nothing
I
about
don't know.
no
I don't know about. I know dominoes. You just put them together in the
All right, yeah,
put them together and
we
then.
got you. All right, yeah. Slick Rick said he'd have to have some extra, adventures to try some pog pog. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, Jeff Goldburn said Star Wars was perhaps my favorite IP ever. Ever since Ryan Johnson got a hold of it and the trilogy as a whole told the story it did, a huge part of my happiness died. What a terrible.
I know
shame.
it. Why they? Well, I guess I know why they sold it to Disney.
Mm.
They made a ton of money.
Mm.
They got a ton of money for selling. They'll never work again for the rest of their lives. But
Mm.
still, right?
Yeah. So who Jay said you start become my favorite brother. You boots on the ground, no cap.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Thank you, Hood Jay. We appreciate you. Hey, Hood Jay, where are you from, bro? Where are you from? Hey, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely leave something in the chat, but also let us know where you're from. Let us know where you're from, because that helps us kind of get an idea of what's going on with you. Okay.
And also, don't forget that we just released a video earlier today. If you haven't watched that video, don't forget to hit the like and drop a comment, and of course, watch till the end of the video.
Watch to the end of the
video.
video.
We would appreciate
There's
that
always
a lot.
bloopers.
Yeah.
Especially with me.
Yeah.
Right?
With him now.
I'll put it on me too, right?
Yeah.
All right, crisscross the world.
Crisscross the world said the people in Davao are mostly nice. It's comparable to Cebu for busy city life. The meet and greet will be cool to connect with the like-minded expats. I've adjusted to the slowness to get stuff done in the Philippines.
I have too. I just
you become more patient now.
Because I understand what's gonna go on. It's like you just understand when if I go to McDonald's or a fast food place, it's not going to be fast. My mind is already set; it's not going to be fast. So if I actually get food fast, it's a bonus.
Surprise.
Yeah, it's a surprise, right? But I just understand that. Yeah.
But when you get it fast, double check your order.
Double check your order. Good. Googly moogly. Double check your order. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So Fantasy Novel said, I missed the start of the stream. I had lawn work to deal with today. I sent that message you saw last night.
And who's in the house?
Hi, Catlin.
Catlin's in the house.
Hello, Catlin.
Catlin's in the house. From Laguna, right?
Yeah, from Laguna.
Right.
I think she's living in the city now.
She in the city? That's I saw it. Right. Catlin is up in the city now. But Catlin, I guess Catlin's too big for us. She can't just call people and say, hey. Just kidding, Catlin. Hey, we're glad you're in the city. We're glad you are living your life and enjoying stuff. Definitely give us a call. We'd still film, no film. We don't care. We'd love to sit down, chop it up, and have a good time. We're fun people. We're kind of fun people, especially her. She's jokey smart.
Not really. John Armwood said there are several YouTube videos that show people eat the pag-pag.
Right.
It's P-A-G. Pug is like a dog.
A word?
Pug.
Oh, okay, yeah. I guess we need to make that correction, right?
Yeah, and Slick Rick already asked that question, so I'm going to answer it now. Pag.
Yeah.
It's
pug is dogs, right?
Dogs, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Like Crisscross the World said, a meet and greet when you are back in the Philippines, that is.
You know what? Crisscross the world. I'm just sorry. If this is okay, I'm gonna say crisscross. I would love an excuse to come out to Davao, bro. Seriously. And I'm a traveling fool, so any excuse to come out to go somewhere, I'm on a plane. I will get on a plane. So we can make that happen, bro. We can definitely make that happen in Davao, right? Okay.
Yeah. So
Derek Greenway's in the house. What's up with you, G?
Hello, Derek, and I think Jay is from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. All right. All right.
And then Mr. from New York. Okay. So Catlin said my father is from Davao, but I grew up in Manipa. Where's Manipa?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
So yeah. So
right. let's look. We're almost at the top of the hour. Let's hit the next topic. Let's hit
Mhm.
that next topic. For the top of the hour, I'll read the next comments, and you get on prepare the next topic. Okay.
Mhm.
All
So,
right. So Catlin said, "I'm just an ordinary Filipino, Richie." Oh, Catlin, you are far from ordinary, and I think all the fellas in the chat know it. I personally think they're lining up for Catlin. I don't know. I just got word that she might be single. I don't know. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Catlin. But um, I,
I'm
again,
not sure.
we talked about quality versus the other ones, but Catlin might be on that quality side. I'm just saying. Anyway,
Mhm.
all right. Novel said, "Ordinary Filipinas," so that means you're shy and cover your mouth when you laugh. Probably so. Probably so. Instead of Mr. said, instead of pog pog, I prefer pack pack. He's crazy, right?
Wings.
All right.
Pakpak is wings.
Oh, okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
So the next part or the next talking point that we're going to have is it has something to do. We're still related to our topic earlier. So how important is learning Tagalog or other Filipino language to fit in here in the Philippines? Can you like thrive in the Philippines without learning the local language, or does it create barriers? What do you think?
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Mm.
I don't think. I think it's a good thing to learn the local language,
Mm.
but I don't think it's a good thing. And the reason why is because most of the cats here are coming here from. I think it's good to learn after you have a girlfriend or after you have a partner, because if you meet a woman and you speak Tagalog, she's gonna think you've been around.
Mm.
She's gonna think you've been around. Oh, you speak Tagalog. You must know some. You must have been dating other Filipinas. You're gonna get the third degree. You're gonna get 20 questions, all that stuff. It's actually a deterrent if you know Tagalog before you meet a woman here. It is
Well, how so? I don't
because how would you learn Tagalog? How would you learn it?
Duolingo.
No, you're not learning Tagalog using
Yeah,
Duolingo.
I
How do
got
you?
you.
Yes,
From
because you learn
someone.
Tagalog. How did I learn Chinese?
From someone.
Exactly. So they're gonna think you had a girlfriend. You have a girlfriend. They're gonna think you've been around.
Mm.
I think it's actually. I don't think it's as good a thing um, from jump as you might think it is. That's my
Mm-hmm.
own opinion.
But maybe I guess you should learn the basic phrases
Sure.
that you need to
Joke lang. Wait
do.
lang. Right. Yeah. What else? What else?
Grabe.
Grabe. Yeah. Some simple, tiny stuff.
Expressions.
But I don't think.
Salamat po.
Yeah. Salamat. Yeah. Just a thank you. Right.
Ah,
But I don't think learning Tagalog is a
mm,
good thing. Not until after you're in a relationship. I think it's a
mm,
good thing after you're in a relationship. Catlin, what do you? Catlin, give us your opinion. Let us know what you think, Catlin. Since we got two Filipinos in the house,
mm-hmm.
two quality Filipinos in the house,
Oh,
right?
thank you.
What do you think, Catlin? If you meet a guy and he already speaks Tagalog, would that kind of raise up your antennas? Would that kind of make you feel like, oh, where's he been? What's he been doing? Who's he been with? Right?
Mm,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's see. Um,
Um,
what? Go ahead.
I will not read your comment, Slick Rick, not to be confused with because that's a kuchi for in
Oh, yeah,
Tagalog.
yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah. So
See, see, it's like, but I mean, yeah, he
I mean,
knows all of this stuff, right?
speaking
Yeah,
of speaking of words or Filipino words,
right.
I don't know if it's a thing, but normally us Filipinos we teach you the cuss words, we teach you the naughty words.
Right, right.
What about in other
Same
countries?
in
Same
China, yeah,
same
you learn
thing.
all the wow,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
you learn all the cuss words and all that stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Yeah. So, uh, Hood J said, if you miss my message, sorry,
Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
if you miss my message, if from Atlanta, Georgia, and I speak a little Tagalog.
Okay, so
Oh,
Jay's
okay.
from Atlanta, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Yeah,
Right,
so
Mr.
um,
Mister. Let's go to Mr.
Mr.
Mister.
Mister said, knowing Tagalog is not necessary. However, Filipinos warm up to you quicker.
Mhm.
But I also agree with Rich. A lot do assume that you had the
Yes,
Pinoy
yeah,
jowa.
absolutely, right.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and if you learn a couple of polite phrases, good
Mm,
morning or thank you, stuff like that, I think is good.
mm,
But if you start speaking Tagalog,
mm,
nah, son, you're gonna get the third degree. And look, um, uh, and Catlin even said she agrees. She will ask what happened between you and your Filipina, because
mm,
she's gonna women are gonna assume. I'm telling you, women are gonna assume that you
You
had
have-
you had a girlfriend, you had a wife, or you had a something. You were in some kind of relationship.
Okay, got
So
it.
I don't think it's a good thing.
All right. So
Yeah.
Anders Peterson said, not all of us are looking at moving there to
Mhm.
find a girl. Haven't been in a country yet that it is a disadvantage to know the country.
Right. It's a great advantage to know the country and to know the language.
Mm,
But I think, Anders said, he's not here for a girl,
mm,
and that's important because I think there's a lot of women a lot of guys who do come here for a girl, and like Catlin said, I'm telling you from my own experience.
mm.
If you speak Tagalog, you start speaking Tagalog, immediately their antennas are going up. And who have you been with? What was your how many Filipinos you've been dating? Even if you don't speak Tagalog, they're going to ask you. But if you start speaking, they immediately going to assume that you learned it from another woman
Mm,
for sure.
got it.
Yep.
All right. Yep. Goldburn said, if when I land there, I want to learn the local language. I don't care what prospects think of me. I think it is the respectful thing to do, and I
Mhm.
would want whatever tools I can get to navigate well.
Yeah. I think some good learn some good phrases is
Mm,
cool. And once you get in a relationship, having your girl teach you Tagalog is cool. But I'm telling you, it may be a disadvantage to you if you use it.
guilty not to teach you Tagalog
Yeah.
because
Well, I
you
mean,
don't
it
know.
don't matter. It
Yeah.
don't matter because I'm already done.
Mm.
I'm already cooked. Right. Yeah. So it don't matter to me now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also, especially when it would be nice to that you at least understand what we're talking about, because
Sure.
it's like I always try to
Mhm.
translate what everybody is talking. Yeah, I translate now. Yeah.
You do now. You do now. Thank you so
A lot,
much. Yeah.
because before I had
How
to
you read my mind? Right? You like right? Yeah.
yeah, before I wasn't really like, it's not second nature to me to translate everything to him, but I don't want him to feel left out, that he's
And it's
part of.
polite.
It is
It's polite,
polite
right?
to,
You,
yeah,
to the person who
you
speaks both
to.
languages.
So I think it would be cool that you understand at least during a conversation,
Mhm.
that you follow
Right.
along with the conversation.
Jeff and Novel made a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Learn the language, but just you don't necessarily have to go around speaking it all the time,
Mm,
right?
mm, mm,
Just
mm.
learn it so you don't have to let people know that you know, right?
That's
Yeah.
what kind of my point is. You have to understand, or at least know what they're talking
Mhm.
about, so that you know if people are talking about you
Yeah,
already.
good point. Good point.
Mm.
Okay, I feel you. I got
Mm-hmm.
you. Yep.
Yeah. So can I just say Chris? Chris, hey Rich, that
Crisscross.
will be totally cool if you visit Davao. I'm sure you have other subscribers here also. If it's okay, I'll hit you up on WhatsApp so that you can have my contact number for the future.
Crisscross. Hit me up on WhatsApp without a doubt. Use this same number. Hit me up on WhatsApp, and we will get together. Guaranteed. Know this though. Know this. If I say I'm coming, bruh, I'm coming. Believe it. I'm coming. So yeah, just
I'm
don't fake the funk. Stop.
coming.
I knew you was gonna do that. I knew every time. I know you can't help yourself. Huh?
Yeah,
Right.
sorry.
Okay. All right.
I try not to.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldburn said, I wouldn't be there for a woman either. If things change down the line, that would be different. But again, I'm not looking for a partner.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
I think having a partner is a bonus.
It's a
for you.
bonus. No, it's okay. It's a bonus though. I wasn't looking for a partner. I was looking for somebody who was going to help me make my YouTube channel. Once I decided I was going to stay here after my mom passed away, you became the person. You had a lot of energy, a lot of gusto, right? And I'm like, hey, this might would be cool, and it worked out pretty good,
Yeah.
right? And it worked out pretty
And
good.
another thing, because I like you.
And yeah, you're not so bad, right? Let's do this, please.
Okay.
And let's do this, please, right?
Okay, so if you just came in, again, just a reminder for you to hit the like button as you come in. Don't forget to drop a comment. And we just released a video earlier today. Don't forget to hit the like button and drop a comment as well. And don't forget that this is a call-in live stream. It's easier to call than to chat.
So put the number back in there.
The number is 415-490-8030.
But do
Okay.
you see?
Yeah.
But do you see
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got you.
that's a problem.
Opo.
So let's correct that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Awesome.
Okay, so can you please go to the
Sure.
comment?
Catlin said, "Maganda ka."
You are pretty.
Okay, maganda ka. Okay,
Yes.
that's Catlin says that's the only thing I need to learn. Maganda ka, right?
But you don't want to say that to every Filipina you meet. You are
Right.
maganda ka, maganda ka,
Yeah,
maganda.
right,
Ay,
right.
mahal kita, mahal kita.
Right.
Don't say that. I think that thank you or salamat po is very
Those are good things to learn
those are
too.
good
Yeah,
things.
right. Yeah. Learning that is good. Catlin said she misses your singing, and I miss your singing too.
Yeah.
But man, we got tagged. We got copyright tagged. I'm just
Yeah.
telling y'all for real, because we could probably spend a whole damn thing singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We
got
can
tagged.
actually make the entire live stream
Yeah,
just singing.
seriously, we really
If
could, but yeah,
if
but
we
they,
don't
but
have
they don't. The YouTube does not play.
mhm.
Anyway, fantasy
Okay.
fantasy
Sorry.
says Catlin's a little naughty.
You
Okay,
missed some of them.
okay, go ahead.
All right. So, um, Mr. said, also learned if Pinay think you're handsome, they think you're slanging vitamin D everywhere. That's why they called me Mr. Pak.
You know what? There's truth to that. I mean, I don't know if people think I'm handsome, but
You are.
thank you, sweetie. But I've been accused, and I work from home. I'm home. What's the percentage of time that I'm home versus being outside?
90%.
90%. If I'm not at home, where am I at?
At the gym.
At the gym, right? So that leaves 5%. 5%. But women will swear up and down I'm slanging D. They will swear up and down I'm selling vitamins, man. It's seriously, and I'm home 90% of the time, but it is what it is. So.
Yeah, those are the trust issues of a lot of
right.
Yeah.
Next. Okay. All right.
All right. So
go ahead.
Yeah, I guess YouTube is killjoy because of the YouTube algorithm. Yeah, the copyright issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can say. So Hood J said, "You correct. I date one. I talk Tagalog. Learning from Google, she spoke Bisaya. She still thought I had another woman."
Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah. See, you see what you learned something today, huh?
Yeah, I learned today. You gotta learn
You're
today.
gonna learn today.
So Fantasy Novel said, if Richie went around calling all the ladies beautiful, I think it would cause some jealousy trouble. He can call beautiful, all the people beautiful, but I know I'm beautiful in his eyes.
That's right. That's right. That's what matters. You always pretty to me.
Thank you.
Always pretty.
That's what matters to me.
You might be a headache sometimes. I'm just playing. You cool. Me and you's cool, right?
Yeah, thank you. So moving on.
It's a good thing you're pretty though.
Thank you. And I greet you. I come here with a smile on my face.
And kisses.
Good morning.
With smiles and kisses. I sure appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go ahead and let's move to the next topic. Let's move to the next topic.
Another thing related to our question earlier is, does it ever feel overwhelming or too much for some people to handle Filipino hospitality? Are we too hospitable?
Next topic.
Next topic?
Yeah, next topic.
Okay.
How do you be too hospitable? Next topic. Yeah,
all right. Some foreigners have trouble adjusting to the Filipino time mentality. Does the laid back approach to time make life easier, or does it cause frustration for expats to use punctuality?
I think that's a good topic, but most of the people in our chat haven't been to the Philippines.
Okay.
So how about a topic? Do we have a topic that we can an all-around topic for the guys?
Okay.
And girls?
All right. So do you think that foreigners who stick only with the expats miss out on truly integrating into Filipino society? How can stepping outside the expat community help with the adjustment?
Okay. All right. I got to screen these questions. I got to screen these. Got to do a better job screening.
Okay.
Well, do we have another topic or no?
No. So these are like the talking points that we have for the topic that we have right now about the why do some foreigners struggle to fit in while the others thrive in the Philippines.
Right. Maybe we can go back to the previous topic about the dude who got arrested. The cat who got arrested. About people coming here and not being respectful, about not thinking everything should revolve around them. And I think that's a big deal. I think that's a hard thing for some people to swallow, especially like you said, a lot of cats come here and the Filipinos say, "Oh, you're a handsome dude. You're what is it?
You're rich."
No, but what's the word for handsome?
Guapo,
or bogey. Yeah. And the dude starts eating it up, and he thinks oh, he's really feeling it and all that, and and next thing you know, he's kind of feeling it. So
Mm-mm.
I think that's a big deal. I really think that's a big deal, and
Mm.
I think it makes a difference. I think it
Mhm.
makes a difference.
And also, what he did, what this
Mhm.
YouTuber or this vlogger
Mhm.
did, he ruined the reputation of the expats. You
Yeah,
always have to understand that you are not just representing yourself when you
exactly.
come in a
Hmm.
country. You are also representing the country where you're from and the
Hmm.
other people, or like, just like what you said, like for example, you always want to have this good first impression,
Hmm.
especially as a black man here in the Philippines. This might be the first
It's a
interaction they
huge
will
thing for me.
have for that sorry, for with that
Hmm.
person. So you will always want to give the best first
I think
impression.
it's a huge thing, especially, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna use this platform to
Mm.
actually say this since there's quite a few people here. When you come to the Philippines, we know what it is. We see TV, we see the movies, and we see the stereotypes how we're portrayed. It gives you the perfect opportunity to squash all of that
Mm.
because how you respond, how you treat people, a lot of those people, it's their first interaction with a foreigner, maybe their first interaction with a black foreigner. They're gonna take that home and they're gonna be, oh, this black foreigner said this to me, he did that to me, and they're gonna take that to heart.
Mm.
It is the greatest opportunity to show people here that we are different people than what they might have seen on TV.
Mhm.
And I'm serious about that. I want, I always say, I want somebody's first experience with somebody black to be the best experience they ever had. I want them to walk away from that so happy and jacked and feeling like they want to talk to the next black person.
Expecting
Yeah,
the
they have
same.
the same expectation,
Mm.
and that's a big deal to me. That's a
Mhm.
really big deal to me.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's just my little thing about that.
All right. So
Novel
so
said.
Novel said
Mhm.
that lame streamer, glad he got arrested. Hope they throw the book at him.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of content creators are doing, you get clicks for the right
Yep.
reasons, not because you are uh what do you call that? Disobeying the law.
Right.
Okay? So
Right.
you want, because you'll be the center of attention, and with that happening, the center of attention will go to the other YouTubers
Exactly.
too. So, it will hurt a lot of people, not just you. So Jeff Goldburn said, I personally would look for a popular local church and volunteer to do some work in the communities.
Why not?
I would love to get to know the different areas and help whoever I was blessed to be able to help. Yeah, that's right. So I think in every community there's always, like for example, in our church community, every Christmas they give this grocery packs. You
Hmm.
give your donation, and then they are very transparent where the money comes, and then they're going to distribute this what you call this Noche Buena
Hmm.
package during Christmas to give to the less fortunate families.
Okay. Cool. All right. And
Mm.
next,
And next, so Chris Cross to the World said, yes, for sure, Rich. We'll coordinate and make it happen,
we'll make
Captain.
that happen.
Have a safe trip from the crazy Matrix.
Thank you, brother.
Mhm.
Much appreciated. Okay.
Okay, Mr. I would say yes. That's why I stay away from the tourist areas. I rather hang around Filipinos where they usually hang out. I mean, when you hang out in tourist destinations, the prices, number one, is going to be high because of the
Skin
yeah,
tax.
skin tax, and a lot of people are expecting foreigners to be there. Another thing is that, if you're going to look for women in the tourist areas, you'll be
They're,
entertained.
they're looking for you. Those
Yeah.
women are looking for you, right? So
Yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So just be aware of that.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. So before you continue with what you're going to say, so don't forget to hit the like button if you forgot, just in case, and don't forget to leave a comment or drop the comment, and don't forget that we just released a video earlier today. If you haven't watched that already, then please like that video after the live stream. Okay, like that video, click the like thumbs up, click the like button, the thumbs up, and drop a comment if you please. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you
Mm-hmm.
so much, Jane.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And where were you? And Mr. said, that's why I stay away from the tourist areas. Good. It's like Greg said, are you talking about yes, we're talking about that Russian American dude Yes, the same video you sent me this morning, Slick Red.
Mm.
Because we got a thing, and
Your
we talk
brother.
off. Yeah, that's my bro. Yeah, and the same video. I don't understand. I don't understand what people are doing for
Mm.
clicks, dude. It's just it makes no sense to me.
Mhm.
It makes no sense to me.
Mhm.
Mr. said black people specifically never get to represent ourselves even at home. We always represent all black people to every exactly. So a lot of us should be used to that by now when we travel overseas.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
It's a big thing.
sorry.
Go ahead.
And people, like for example, I'm just speaking for Filipinos. We normally cannot distinguish the difference between an American from an African, and
They don't know.
especially when you don't talk.
They don't
So
know.
but now I know, being around you.
Sometimes.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I know when the strong cologne.
Yeah.
I already know.
They wear that strong clothes.
Multi
Yeah, the cats.
brightly colored shorts or
Yeah.
shirts.
There's some cues. There's some cues.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. So there.
Yeah.
Rodney. Hello, Rodney.
Rodney, what's up? Welcome to our live stream. We appreciate you, bruh.
Yes. If you haven't liked or thumbs up the video, please do. And Jeff Goldberg said, television, music, and movies really ruined the appearance of
It
that
does.
and
It
programmed a
does.
lot of our communities to follow these terrible examples. We could almost definitely cut through the programming. I mean, when we were here, remember that a lot of youngsters wear pants that are below the
Right, sagging. Yeah.
sagging, and then
Yeah.
do you know
Mhm.
you asked me before, do you know why do
Yeah.
why
She,
do
yeah. A
I
lot of
have
people
no
don't know. Yeah.
idea,
Exactly.
because I thought that was
Mhm.
just like the trend or
Nah.
culture, but it has some deeper meaning
Yeah. A
into
lot
it.
deeper meaning. Yeah.
Yeah, and also saying the N word here, a lot of people think that it was just so cool and it's okay to call you the N word if
You
you're.
you can get some problems really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
But
might. Yeah.
it's out of they
Mhm.
are not informed. They
Right.
don't know. They just know that they hear it in songs. It's
Mhm.
part of the
Yeah.
lyrics.
See it on
So
TV. Yeah.
they just think that it's okay to call you that. So yeah. So hey, AC Knights, welcome to our live stream. Thank you. So Mister, don't get too comfortable with that, my man. Okay. So that's Derek Greenwade's response.
Yeah. AC Knight said $2,000 a month in the Philippines is the sweet spot. I
think so.
I think so too. I
Mm.
think so too. I do a little bit better than that, but I can tell you that my budget is less than two.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say far less. My budget's somewhere around $1,500 with your ass. But my budget is less than $2,000 a month, and I still have plenty of money left over. I mean, I spend far less than $2,000 a month. Maybe not far less, but a lot. I've spent less than $2,000.
All right. So if
Yeah.
you're like this is just a curious question. So
But I
if
don't
you,
go out.
we seldom go out.
Yeah.
When we go out for walks.
Yeah, but we go out and eat stuff with other people, but we don't. I don't really go out and spend a whole bunch of money. That's the point. I'm not a big money spender, nothing like that. But $2,000, there's no reason you should not be able to live here on $2,000. Make sure you get some good health insurance, and that's going to eat up a good chunk of your money. But $2,000 should do it.
I have a question.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
if you're going to live in the US, like for example, if you're going to, I know it depends on the state where
Is this
you
for
live.
me or for the
For
chat?
you and for them.
Okay.
So if you're living in California, for example,
Mhm.
or if you're going to live in South Carolina,
Mhm.
so what would be the difference in your monthly budget?
Rent or your mortgage. First of all, in California, the average house, you guys can correct me, the average house is somewhere around $800,000 is the cost of an average house now in California.
So like monthly, how much are you going to pay for?
That's $4,000 a month just on
the
your
house.
home. That's without electricity, that's without water, without internet, without any kind of services. $4,000 a month. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know. Let us know in the
That's
chat.
in California.
In California, yeah. In South Carolina, it's going to be a lot less than that. The cost of living in South Carolina is a lot cheaper.
So, on average, how much should you have as a budget as an American living in the US? Like a month in California and a month in South Carolina.
Depends on where you live in California. It's like that's like saying
Let's
in
just
Tondo versus right? In Tondo versus living here, right? It
Mm.
depends on where you live in
Mm.
Manila, right?
So where you like, for example, where we live in California before,
So what's the question?
how much should you like? What's your budget?
Oh, 6,000.
6,000
Six
a
thousand a
month.
month, yeah.
That includes everything already.
At least 6,000. At least
6,000. So
6,000,
with
yeah.
that being said,
Yeah.
so if foreigners, I think one of the reasons why foreigners struggle to survive here or struggle to fit in here, another thing is that you're used to spending like $6,000, and when you come here, I think a lot of foreigners or expats get overwhelmed. Oh, I have a lot of expendable
Income, yeah.
income or more money, so they splurge and they think that you can, I can buy everything. I can have a girlfriend. I can go out every time.
The
And
girlfriend's the killer. I'm
Mm.
just saying here, and I'm not talking about you because I mean you're thrifty as hell. But the girlfriend here is the killer. If you get the wrong girlfriend, she's gonna spend. She will have no problem spending up your money. The good women like Cheng or Catlin or some of the other cats that we met who have nice wives, they're gonna save your money. They don't want to spend your money, but that girlfriend is gonna be the killer. Um, um, Anders said, small town in North Carolina, including a new car, house, a new car, $2,700 a month. That's about right. So it's about half. But and again, keep in mind, I'm in the Bay Area,
So
which
it's
is
more
expensive. Yeah,
expensive.
I'm in the expensive, right?
So if
Miss
you're
Miss
going
said
to,
he ain't lying. Yeah.
so Anders is from NC, North Carolina.
Yes, North Carolina.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's cheaper there in North Carolina.
Of course, everywhere except for New York and Hawaii is cheaper than California.
Got
California,
it.
New York, Hawaii are the three most expensive places to live in the U.S. Right? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to the
Yeah.
comments.
Yeah.
Hold on
Jeff
one
said
moment.
6,000 in California is paycheck, depending on what you do for a living. Jeff, it
Wow.
is. That's paycheck to paycheck, depending on what you do for a living. I mean, I've been pretty lucky, but for a lot of people, that is paycheck to paycheck, right?
So let's. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Continue.
He said the closer to the city, not much better in New York. Exactly. The further away you are, the cheaper things are, the less money you make as well, too. Yeah.
So I think we missed some of the comments. So um Chris Cross the World said, I totally agree with you, Rich. I'm always in the mindset that I am, and for Black US men to instill positive stereotype for us to everyone that I meet, not only to Filipinos. Chris only. It's okay, guys.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. We'll call him
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So Mr. said, why not? I didn't.
Jump. Yeah. Warming up, Chris. I'm about to. Warming up, Chris. Oh, sorry. God dang. Man. All right. Okay. All right. Anyway,
You're like me.
because that's what when I saw Chris Cross immediately. Right. Okay. Anyway.
So
Okay.
Mr. said, why not? I didn't leave the US just to hang out around with other people from the US.
Exactly.
I already spent 41 years around them. That's long enough.
Exactly.
I mean,
right.
it's cool when you're in a different country to see an expat maybe and then
learn another
chat-
culture.
Yeah. I mean, when you like, for example, when you're here in the Philippines, you're used to seeing Filipino people, but when you go to the mall and then you see some American that easily, shake hands, and how do you do that? You do that with us?
Yeah, because it's what we do.
Yeah, so
It's
because it's rare that you find some American in your place, eh? Mostly it's not from the US. They're not from the US.
A lot of African cats, but when it's an American cat, I know he knows I'm American, and I know he's American, or he could be Canadian. He could be a Canadian, like my man from Toronto. But we know the deal, and it's very seldom. You guys, help me educate her.
Yeah.
If you're in a foreign country and you see another Black man, are you going to let? And keep it real. I mean, you might be different. If you see another Black man, are you going to let that man walk by without acknowledging him?
Is it just only for Black men or Americans in general?
In general, especially in a foreign country, in general, it's American, but it is especially for Black men. Especially for Black men, it's a thing. Okay. It's a thing, right?
Yeah, because I noticed when we had like this white men in the elevator.
Yeah,
they talk to you.
Yeah, a lot of times it depends on where they come from in America. I'm just saying it depends. If they're from that deep South part, maybe not. I'm just saying it depends on where they come from. It depends.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back into the comments.
All right. So
Novel. Wait, hold on. Jeff. Okay, yeah. Jeff Goldborn said just a mortgage, no insurance, no bills. That's what it is, right? Yeah,
wow,
exactly.
it's a lot.
Yeah. Novel said his stepsister lost her house in the LA fires. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, sorry
Right?
to hear that.
So many houses burned may increase the cost of homes. It's going to increase the cost of homes because they're going to have to rebuild all that.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Okay.
Derek Greenwade said, "I'm just saying nothing's wrong with that because I do hang out with locals
Same here.
mostly."
Same here, right? Okay.
So rent in Houston is $800 to
It's
$1,000.
going to keep going up though, brother, because a lot of people are moving to Houston. A lot of people are moving to Houston. I hear good stuff about Houston. I know it's hot as hell, but I've traveled to Houston. Me and Zach went to Houston before, and actually I liked it. I could be Houston.
Is it
Right?
as hot as here?
It's about as hot as here. It gets hot. It's Texas. Texas gets hot. Yeah. Right.
I have fried chicken.
Every
Texas
place has
fried chicken.
Right.
Texas Roadhouse.
There you go.
I miss the ribs.
And that was good ribs, huh? We need to go back. We might have to go back
I'm hungry.
on our own, right? Huh.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
Slick Rick just answered you.
Mr. Hold on. Mr.
Rent
Mr. though.
and-
Rent and Houston. Oh, we just did that. My bad. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Slick Rick said sounds about right,
Yeah,
Richie. So wow. So like $6,000 for
Hey, that's paycheck. If you don't have to live in California, you got to make money. You have to make money. I mean, you kind of have an idea of what my salary was like in California, where I lived in the Bay
Wow.
Area.
So
yeah.
I'm so curious. Like for example, what if you just have like a pension of
You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it on a pension in California.
so when you're about to retire, so you have to find
unless
a
you were
place?
if you're on a military pension, unless you were like a E8 or E9, yeah, something high, like an enlisted. That means an enlisted man, and you were high up when you retired, or you're a something when you retired. Probably say a 06, 07 officer. You're not gonna make it in California. You're gonna have to move somewhere else. Yeah, you're gonna have to move somewhere else. Yeah.
I thought James Bond 007.
Oh, I'm so glad you're pretty. I'm so glad. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I know.
I know
what
you
to
are.
say.
Okay. Right.
Okay. Jeff Goldberg said the closer to the city, not much better in New York. The
Right.
further away you are, the cheaper things are, but less money you will make as well. Yeah, because also I think also here in
It's
the
the same.
Philippines we
It's the
have
same
like
anywhere in the world.
provincial rate.
Yeah.
So the salaries you are paid less when you work in the province. Does it also apply in the US that when you are not living, for example, or working in California? For example, in California, the salaries are higher compared to other
Yes, the
states.
salaries are higher, but the cost of living is
It's
also
higher, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that.
Mhm.
So Derek Greenwade said, that's true, Cheng. California, sorry. I scrolled
It's
it too
expensive.
much. Yeah,
California's expensive,
California
right?
is expensive. So
Okay.
crisscross the world. I'm an ambassador for all us black men for positive image or stereotype. I left that out earlier. Yeah. So I live
Absolutely.
here, and I think it's cool because a lot of like young dudes here when they see you, hey bro, they
Yeah.
always call
Yeah.
you that.
Remember when where were we? Like Zimbalas, and they was
Yeah,
in,
we went
they
to
was
the
in the
beach.
ocean.
Mhm.
They was out there swimming, and I went out to the I
shake their hands.
jumped out in the water, went out in the water, and like they were like, whoa, dude. And I mean, but that's what you want for some young bucks to feel like, oh, I said, they feel good,
Yeah.
you want people to feel good about our image, not people to be scared, not people to be purse clutching or nothing like that. That's all I'm saying.
And the another question that they want to ask you,
Can you dunk?
can you dunk?
Right, can you dunk? Man, I'm old, bro. I'm I'm in the second half of my life. I'm not dunking nothing no time.
But I can still shoot.
When I was young.
Yeah, I cannot still shoot. I can't
I
beat
had
you at
mad hops
basketball.
when I was young. Anyway, did you say you could beat me? Stop.
I cannot
Okay.
beat you. I said
Okay.
I cannot score a basketball.
Rodney, where are you? Rodney says he lives in Georgia and his rent alone is $1,400 a month. That's cheap rent. Rodney, you couldn't even. I know you know this, but you can't even get a place in California for $1,400 a month.
Wow.
Not even a 1-bedroom apartment in
Yeah.
California. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Because this is like my thinking. A lot of Americans live in a huge or larger space because you're into space. So this like a 26 square unit, for example, a 26 square unit condo, is it too big, or is it considered like a studio in apartment in the
We
US?
don't have 26. We don't have, and this isn't 26 square
Yeah, I
meters,
mean,
but,
like for example,
yeah.
example only.
Um,
What's the size of
it would be about it would be about I'd say 700 to 1,000 to 1,200 square meters would be a 1-bedroom apartment or a 2-bedroom apartment.
so that's like
Sorry, square feet.
square feet.
Yeah, square feet. Divide that by 3, so yeah, I don't know, but
Okay.
bigger than what I have here,
Mm-hmm.
bigger than what I have here. But the point is, you're not going to get anything like that for that cost in California. You're just not going to. Period.
Okay,
Yeah,
Mr.
it's going to be almost twice that.
All right, Mr. Thank you for that.
Sorry, I need to interrupt you, Rodney. Where are you in Georgia? And just real quick, because I know you came in late, we're going to do a meet and greet in 2 weeks in Savannah, Georgia. And we're doing a meet and greet in Savannah, Georgia. I think you're in Atlanta. If not, I know that's a little far away from you, but I just want to throw that out there. If you want, if you're open for coming, let me know. Hit me up and hit me up on WhatsApp or on or via email, and we'll give you the deets. Would love to have you, brother. Would definitely love to have you. Go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah, and also before I head into the next comment, don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already, and don't forget to leave a comment. This is a call in live.
Let's call this something different.
Thumbs up button.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're gonna do that.
Yeah. Okay. So don't forget to hit the thumbs up button of this live stream if you haven't already. We just released a video earlier today, and after this live stream, it would be awesome if you're going to watch that video. Watch till the end of the video, drop a comment, and hit the thumbs up button as well. Again, this is a call in live stream. The number is posted here, 415-490-8030. I'm gonna post it again, and then please make sure to call in anywhere you are in the world.
Anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
If you're outside of Canada or the United States, you need to add +1.
Yeah,
right? And that's probably something we should put in.
Okay.
Next time we learned that from our friend from Australia earlier, right?
From
+1, right? +1, and then the 415-490-8030. All right, let's go on with
All
comments.
right. So, Mr. Lee Knight, I think you're new to the live stream. Hello. Hey, peeps.
Welcome, Mr. Lee Knight.
Welcome. Hey, my peeps, Richie and Cheng. I just hit that like button for you guys. Thank you.
Much appreciated.
I'm already a subscriber.
Thank you again.
I'm loving this live stream. I saved your number, so you'll be hearing from me as well.
Why
not try?
Yeah, do it.
Check it out.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, what are we waiting for?
Yeah,
what are we waiting for? Do it. Call in.
All right,
voice.
so
add to it.
Anders Pearson said Raleigh or Charlotte would be about 1,000 to 1,500 more.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Exactly.
So it's like, I'm just thinking, because a lot of expats who come here are living on a pension. So the reason why, maybe is it the reason why they also want to move into the Philippines, because it may be a little expensive when they live in the US, like having that 1,000 to 1,500.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. I mean, I would be lying if I said the reason I decided to stay here has nothing to do with the cost of living. It has a lot to do with the cost of living. I don't have to touch my savings. I can live here on my salary easily. I mean, very easily. I still always have money left over, and have a good quality of life. Right next to the mountains, right next to the sea. Yeah, it has a lot to do with it. Yeah.
So Jeff Goburn said, half hour outside of the city in New York, you can pay $1,600 rent for a studio. It's like 2 rooms with a tiny bathroom.
Right.
So it's like a skimpy apartment.
Exactly.
Okay.
For $1,600.
$1,600.
Studio,
wow.
Right? Exactly.
So Mr. Lee Knight said, everything you're saying here so far is true.
Thanks for that. We appreciate it.
Richie is singing. I told you. He can sing.
A little bit. Not like her. But yeah.
So John Arwood said, if you are a retiree, it can be a lot cheaper. $185,
Mhm.
Social Security, medical. Rent can be very cheap if you get senior subsidized
Subsidized.
housing, can be as low as 400 for 2 bedrooms.
Right.
Ah, so you have that like benefit.
Well,
So
you get some social subsidies
subsidy.
from the government.
Mhm.
If you're retired, depending on what you're retired as, could be
Mhm.
military, could be a different job, could be a private job or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of things available, but not to everybody. It depends on the job you had.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you don't have the same benefit if you're a senior citizen, just
not
a senior
everybody has.
citizen.
No, not everybody has the same benefits. Depends on
Mm.
what you did in your life. Yeah,
Okay, got it.
yeah.
So Derek Greenwade said Oak Harbor, sorry,
Washington.
Washington,
Yeah.
thank you, is
Mhm.
about $1,600 to $2,000 for a
For
studio.
a studio,
Studio.
right? Yeah.
Wow.
Oak Harbor is Fort. What? Oh crap! Which Fort what? Fort what is there? We were stationed there before. Ah crap! I can't remember which fort it is, but it's Fort something. I can't remember. But it's near Tacoma, actually, right? Anyway, let me know what's in Oak Harbor. But yes, in a military town, yeah, 1,600 to 2,000 for a studio, right?
Okay, got
Okay.
it. So Mr. said, I'm not one of those people that completely ignore other expats, but I don't
Me
prioritize
neither.
hanging with them.
I hang out with subscribers. I'll meet up
Yeah.
with subscribers and talk to subscribers. But outside of that, to be honest, I do most stuff with Ching. I do most stuff with Ching. I don't get mixed up with a whole bunch of other people or Ching's family. But outside of that, I'm at home. I'm working or doing my own thing at
Mhm.
home and hanging out with you and you making me crazy. Yeah. Okay. Rich need to show Ching the super with Joe Pesci. Right, exactly.
What's that?
Right. It's movie. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We
What's
might have,
that about?
it's about living. It's about rent and living. Yeah, it's about rent and the
Okay, I'll check
apartments, the
that out.
quality, the difference in quality in apartments. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
I'll check that out.
Okay.
So Rodney said, "Hey Richie, you are so right about the acknowledgement of meeting another black man in a different country.
Exactly.
So it's not just
No, we
it's a
do
thing.
that.
It's a
Yes, it's a
thing.
thing. It's a thing. It's one of those things where you just I don't know. I'll be damned if I walk by another Black American and act like I'm sedity all of a sudden or
Hey,
bougie all of a sudden.
you
I'm
remember
not
that
doing it. Yeah,
that dude who like uh we were walking towards us, and then I don't know if he's American. I'm not sure.
I don't know either.
Yeah, but anyway, Jeff Goldberg said, "I want to sing Natural Born Killers
Right.
for karaoke with Rich."
Yeah, that would be cool. We haven't done karaoke since
In a while.
we did it at your place, right? But we haven't gone to a karaoke place, right?
Yeah. We haven't. Like literally. Ay,
Right.
during my birthday.
Yeah, we did. That was the last time, right?
The last time.
Stevie Mack is in the house. Stevie Mack, what's going on? We got John Armwood here. We got Rodney here. Stevie Mack, we were talking earlier. After this live stream, we're gonna get together and hammer out the details. By the way, John or Stevie, if you guys have some suggestions as to the place we can do the meet and greet in Savannah, let me know. That'll make it easier because I don't really know Savannah. I'm just going there because that's where my son lives, and but that would be cool. But welcome to the party, Stevie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and
All
Mr.
right.
Mister, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So Mr. said, if I see other black people in Asia
Yes.
and we make eye contact, they're at least getting the head nod of
Yes,
acknowledgement.
exactly.
But I'm not going to
Nux?
out searching for expats.
No, me either. But you got to at least give some nucks, a shrug, a what's up, something. Something that acknowledges. I got a story about Guangzhou in China that we don't really have time for, but
we do.
But no, okay. So I'm gonna tell the story real quick, right? So Guangzhou, if you guys didn't know, in China, Guangzhou is also known as Chocolate City. The reason it's known as Chocolate City is because there's a whole bunch of Nigerians, whole bunch of Ghanaians, Africans that live there, and a lot of them live there. They overstayed their visa, but they married a Chinese woman. And they got kids, so usually the government leaves them alone, don't mess with them because they got businesses there, right? They do some kind of textile business, some kind of business. Anyway, I had heard before I moved to China, right? I visited China, And I had heard about Chocolate City. I was like, Jack, I'm like, I'm going to Chocolate City. I'm gonna meet these African brothers. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna chop it up. And I was just hyped, right?
Mm.
So I got to Guangzhou because I was doing the Canton Fair.
Mm.
I was doing the Canton Fair, which is like the biggest world trade fair in the world. It's great for business if you're an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
But anyway, got on the metro, went, found out where the African brothers was in Chocolate City, right? So you don't see, I didn't see no brothers at first, but then I saw a brother and I was like, hey, what's up, brother? And he was like, okay, maybe he just didn't see me, right?
Mm.
Maybe he just didn't see me. So as I'm getting closer, there's like more and more brothers, right? There's like more and more brothers. Like, hey, what's happening? Like, hey, right? But that was my indoctrination. That's how I learned that Africans don't do what we do.
Mm.
Because a lot of those cats come from different tribes. They come from tribes that don't like each other. They've been warring for years,
Mhm.
and they don't get along. So that's how they treat each other.
Mhm.
So when they see us, believe me, they know when we're American. They know when we're Canadian or we're American. They know just the same as I know they're African. We can look at each other when we know, but that's how they treat us. So I mean, I'm still gonna say what's up to them, but I learned that the hard way, that they don't do what we do.
Mm.
Yeah,
Like for
that's the
example,
story.
okay, so when you go out of the mall, like for example, do you normally like anticipate that you're going to, or when you see a foreigner, do you like literally look at them in the eye?
Every time, because I'm gonna look at how he's dressed, because that's gonna give me an indication as to whether he's American or Canadian. And if I think he's American, like remember the dude in the elevator, I'm like, and I said something to him because I was like, yeah, I don't think he's American, but I'm gonna check. But anyway, I'm looking at how he's dressed, and especially if he's American, I'm gonna look him in the eye. Euros don't do the hello thing either.
I
They
know.
don't do the hello thing.
Yeah.
But that's common for them. It's not a black thing or white thing. It's just that they're Euros. A lot of them just aren't gonna say hello just out of the blue like we do. But I'm gonna make eye contact. That's just how I get down. I'm gonna make eye contact. If he makes eye contact, we're gonna do the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna acknowledge each other because that's how we get down. Yeah.
All right. So Chris Cross the World said,
He said just Chris.
okay, Chris. Sorry. Sorry. I scrolled too much. Sorry for that.
Chris Cross the World said, let's go.
Let's
Mr.
go
Mr.
back.
said, Mr. said,
No, I got you.
You got it. You got it.
So
Now?
John Armand said, I hate Houston. I was assaulted by a police officer there in 1970.
Ooh.
Okay. So Rodney said, I am 69 years old, and next year I will be moving to Thailand because I just can't handle the US anymore with the cost of living.
I think we missed some other stuff. Because Anders said, why like my big boy job, but living are we?
Yeah, we're almost there.
Okay.
In Mr. said, in California, you need to be making $100,000 just to barely live middle class. Yes. And also, Anders Peterson, this is your comment. Why I like my big city job, but living in a town of 20,000.
Right.
Okay. So, Darren Ross. Hello, Darren.
What's up, Darren? What's going on, my brother?
I do. Okay. So, house market is going down in many cities in Texas, and usually more affordable than many other cities with good paying jobs to cost of living ratio.
Right.
So a lot of people are now moving to Texas.
People moving. I can tell you, people in California are moving to Texas. People in California are moving to Idaho, Oregon, and Texas. Those are the three places you see a lot of people moving to.
Okay. Mr. said, I can dunk if the rim is 6 foot tall.
If you give me 9 feet, I think I can still get up to on 9 feet.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Okay. Remember the thing, the thing, that was in the street, the big ass thing, and I high jumped it. Yeah, I still got some hops. I still got some pretty decent hops.
I do have some hops.
I was impressed. I was actually impressed. But you $110.
Huh?
You weigh $110 though. I got 200 pounds. I'm pushing. Yeah.
Okay.
Right? But I was still impressed.
Thank you. Right. So Rodney said, I live in Lawrenceville, Georgia, and Savannah is quite a ways away. However, on the time, I will definitely meet with you guys.
Rodney, give me your digits. Give me your digits. You can just hit me in by email, or you can use this same number on WhatsApp. Hit me up, and we'll give you all the skinny on where we're going to meet, the when and where, let's make it happen. The more the merrier. The
Mhm,
more
that's
somebody
right.
bring the dominoes.
Yeah.
Somebody bring them dominoes.
And then stack him up
Yeah,
and
and
then
don't
push it later.
but don't quit playing, man. Y'all don't get mad at me. If we play dominoes, y'all don't get mad at me because I'm gonna have to be a different cat. Anyway,
You'll be trash talking.
how you play dominoes without talking some?
Yeah.
There's things to be said. Yeah.
Okay, so Stephen McCardle said they are building 2-bed, 1-bath here in ST. I plan to
Mhm.
be at the meet and greet.
That's what I'm talking
Okay.
about. Yeah. Stevie
Mm-hmm.
Mac's coming. Yeah. All right.
Okay, Mr. Sean
Mhm.
said, "Damn, late again. I go to Savannah every February."
Oh, you might miss us, Mr.
Yeah.
Sean. But
Mm-hmm.
we still love you, brother. We still love you. Yeah.
Okay, so Derek Greenwade said, "Cheng, not just the pension alone in most states."
Ching's not pension ain't gonna get it done.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
Yep.
So like button, how lame? Call it the spicy button.
The spicy button, right? Yeah, we need the thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up,
Thumbs up.
and then the heart button is the like
And
button. Right?
spicy.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Mr. said most pensions are just enough to be poor in
Yeah,
USA.
in California, you're not going to make it on a pension
Okay,
unless
so
you have a high military
mhm.
officer's pension or a high enlisted men's officer pension or maybe some kind of government pension, maybe.
Mm.
But
So
you're gonna have to have another job.
So, for example, you are on a pension. Are you like who's entitled for the what do you call that? The stamps, the food stamps.
Poor broke ass people.
So you don't have the same. Like for example, it's like a privilege to give to an extra to pensioners.
No.
Like you don't get that same.
Well, I mean, you could if you you would have to qualify, and it's not just
So
for
you
poor
apply.
broke ass people. I'm
You apply.
exaggerating.
Mm.
Obviously, food stamps and those kind of things, Section 8 housing, those are for people who qualify, and
So
we
you
won't
have
go
to
into.
apply for it.
You have to apply for those things, yeah,
Mm.
and you have to show that you have a low income. It's called low income housing. All those things are for people who have a low income.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that does it like a big thing to you? Like for example, if you applied for a low cost housing, so will people look down on you, something like that?
They probably would, but I wouldn't give a damn.
Hmm.
I wouldn't. I mean, we're talking about me. I wouldn't care how people look at me. It is what it is. Yeah.
But normally people would like.
Well, I mean, if people are looking at you, they're probably in the same boat as you are.
Mhm.
They're probably in the same boat as you are. If they're in the same neighborhood, they ain't got no money either. So I don't know. I just wouldn't care. But I'm a hardworking man,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I wouldn't
Gotcha.
really be in that situation. Hopefully,
Mhm.
I'll knock on wood for that. You got some wood? Give me that chair. Yeah, give me that chair. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'll knock on wood for that as long as I'm an able-bodied man and my mind is all right. I think I'll be all right. Right.
Mm-hmm. So Chris said, "I'm the same as Mr. As when I encounter other black people, I understand a little Bisaya or Tagalog, but I know when Filipinos are talking about me because they always say black when I'm here."
Right. Yeah, that's in China. There's certain words that you listen for, right? You listen for. Well, they'll say "heran," right? Because that's like black people. Hey, or "heran." When you hear that, you just kind of like start. I would just be like,
eavesdropping.
oh yeah, I immediately when I hear heron, immediately I just start eavesdropping. Like I'm just like you see me when I'm around Chinese people, like in the elevator, I just start listening. I'm just like listening, and if at the end, I'll let them know, like you guys would if you guys had said anything about me, it would have been a mistake because I would have been out. But yeah, we'll have fun with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So John Armwood said, "I was disabled." What do you mean? Maybe I missed one of his comments. Yeah.
Well, because you were asking about the benefits.
Got it. Thank you, John.
Yeah, you're asking about the benefits, and since John is disabled, then he's eligible for some of those benefits. Yeah.
Got it. So Stephen McCardle said, "Rents are high everywhere in the USA, but higher in major cities. 1 million people or more." Okay, Living Our Lives. Hello, Living Our Lives. Thank you for joining our live stream.
LOL, what's going on, brother?
Yeah, so if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment, and also we just released a video earlier today. Don't forget to watch that video right after this live stream. Leave your comment, watch till the end of the video, and hit the thumbs up button.
Please do. We appreciate you.
Yeah. And Stephen McCardle said, Living Our Life said, "Hey y'all, I'm late and I know y'all are about to bounce in a few." Yeah,
Yeah, we got about 10,
11.
11 more minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got time for you still, brother. We
Mhm.
got time.
Yeah.
Right?
So John Arwood said, "If you are from a place like NYC, you can tell even from the back where the people come from around the world." What do you mean from the back?
I think we might have
Or
skipped.
from the border?
We might have skipped.
Okay, maybe.
Right.
So Stephen McCardle said, "I have one buyer I'm working with in Savannah, Georgia." So Derek Greenwade said, "Ay, yeah. My wife and I will be able to live off one of our pensions without touching other money."
Derek, you've done very well.
Mm-hmm.
Derek, you've done very well.
Mm.
Yeah, respect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Timothy Cartet, hello Timothy.
Hello, what?
Timothy.
Yeah, pronounce the man's name
Hello
right.
Timothy.
What's up, Timothy? What's going on? Timothy's in the house from DC.
Used to call Chocolate City before gentrification.
Right, right. Yeah, that's Washington D.C. was known as Chocolate City before, right? And that's why I got all hyped about it because I was like, yeah, there's gonna be a whole bunch of brothers there. Man, there were brothers there. There were brothers, but they wasn't the same kind of brothers.
They won't acknowledge
there
you.
was different kind of brothers, right?
So Mr. said, "I only experienced that with Africans in Baguio, but in Thailand and Laos, they would across the street.
Right.
They're
different.
Cross the street just to come over. And
they're different in Thailand. Yeah, they're different in a lot of places. And by the way, that's not all Africans because I had some cool African friends, and when I lived in China, and I got a couple. I mean, I know a couple. I don't really have friends that are African here, but I know a couple. But I had some cool African friends in China. So that's definitely not all of them, but a lot of those cats are just different. They're different cats. Yeah.
They just do their own thing.
They do their own thing. Yeah.
Living Our Life said Texas market is going to crash as bad as Florida is.
Ooh, word? Is it that bad? And man, and we're coming up on hurricane season too. So if it just only takes one or two hurricanes, and that kills the market. Seriously, kills the market when those hurricanes hit. So I didn't know that. Ken.
So Slick Rick said a lot of Californians are moving to Vegas.
Slick Rick, if I move back to the States, that will be where I'm gonna move right in next to Smooth Lee.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be Smooth Lee's next door neighbor.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. That's what I'm serious. That's what I'm.
I like
that's
his
where I'm about
neighborhood
to go.
there.
Yes, yeah. I've been there. I've been in. My best friend B Tab used to live in Vegas. Him and his wife. So I'm very familiar with Vegas. So I'm gonna be Smooth Lee's next door neighbor. Right.
So Naval Air Station Whidbey Island, Washington, Richie, about 60 miles from south of Canadian border.
Right, but there's a fort. Oh man, where were we stationed at? Me and my wife were stationed at an army base near Tacoma. It's gonna make me crazy now. But anyway, okay.
So not to mention a lot of Californians are moving to Phoenix. Okay, so Rodney. Rodney
Phoenix is hot though.
So John Armwood said, "Rodney is not far from me. I am in Brookhaven. Why don't play Whisk? You play dominoes? What's Whisk? You know what's Whisk?"
Yeah, it's a card game.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I don't play big Whisk, but I do play spades. So I'm just saying, if spades or dominoes, we will have a party. It'll be we will have a big time party.
Okay, so Living Our Lives said,
closest to Washington.
"Let's play some bones. No nicks. 15 to get on the board."
Which army base?
All right. So John Armwood said your income has to be very low for food stamps. Oh, I got it. So even if you also below pension, is it below pension? Below 1,500, like very low. What's very low, John Armwood? Before you can get qualified.
It's got to be underneath the poverty line.
Poverty line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fort Lewis. Thank you. I was going crazy. Fort Lewis. Yeah.
I wonder what you were mumbling.
Yeah, because
about.
it was you know me. It's going to eat me alive. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Now, so Living Our Lives said, in the U.S., there are more middle class people on those programs than there are poor people.
You would be surprised.
Statistically speaking, it has always been harder for urban families to qualify. Nothing fair about welfare. Yeah. I mean,
you'd be surprised how many other people are on low income housing or on food stamps and all that stuff, right? Living Our Lives. Sorry, brother, I can't get with that, man. 10 to get in. We'll play some bones. 10 to get in. Can't do 15. 10 to get in. all other house rules apply, and I'm with that.
All right.
I know
Okay.
that was like foreign. That was a foreign language.
Yeah,
to me.
jargon to
Yeah.
me. So Stephen McCardle said, SC women just won their final 4 games tonight.
Woohoo, Juju, go Juju. That's what's up. Juju Watkins is bad, dude.
I
I know.
scrolled too much.
No, it's because we're getting all same time. Okay, we got it. We got to get.
Okay.
Yeah. So Mr. was hitting at the same time, right? Fort Lewis, exactly.
All right. So,
Right.
No one will look down on where I live. Rent in my neighborhood is from 1,700 to 2,200.
Right.
So, Living Our Life said, I tried to catch up on y'all vids. I be forgetting at times watching the stock market so much. So, John Armwood said, Parliament. I may not catch that.
That's okay.
Okay.
The rest of us did. We got it.
Darren Ross said, oh, I got to set my clock for next week. I came on by happen chance again. Okay, Darren.
Yeah,
next
stop
time.
doing that, man. Come on. Come get with us early.
Click the notify.
Yeah, hit that notification button.
Yeah.
And leave your comments
below.
Yeah.
So you get updated on our latest videos. So Mr. said we got major tornadoes coming through the Midwest and Texas this weekend. So be careful out there. And also, I think when you scroll, mine's also getting scrolled.
That's all right. That's right. First and foremost, thank you guys for hitting me with the Fort Lewis. And yes, it is a joint. It's a joint base with McCord Air Force Base. So both those are correct. Living Our Lives said 10s for amateurs. I'll do 15, man. I'll do 15, and it's not gonna make a difference because y'all just, man, come on, y'all just don't know. I learned from some of the best of the best, and then the best of them. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. Stephen McCardle, have I thought about doing a broadcast from Savannah, Georgia? Were you under the impression that we weren't going to do a broadcast from Savannah, Georgia, Stephen? We're gonna do it. If we got people in the house, we got 2-3 other cats. How in the world am I not going to have an interview or do a broadcast or a live stream with us together? We have to. We would have to. And I mean, we might not, depending on the time, we might not do. Maybe we might, based on the time, we might could still do a live stream.
Yeah,
but we definitely, there's
chat.
definitely going to be a video. There's definitely going to be a video. No questions about that. Period. Right?
Yeah. So Living Our Life said, I got classmates in Vegas, but the wife ain't trying to see no more deserts after living 9 years in El Paso.
Yeah, El Paso is not. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the desert, right?
All right. So AC Knight said, I lived in Myrtle Beach, ST, and the budget there would be around 4K a month to live decently.
Right. Right.
So
it's expensive.
Yeah. Derek Greenway said beluga. Saying, lol, I know that. So yeah, beluga is like a word that's your skin is super chocolate.
Yeah.
That's a
you calling me chocolatey?
No, you're not chocolatey.
I am chocolatey.
You're my dark chocolate.
Man, quit playing. You still got people in there. That's for after this live stream.
Okay, big Joker pool.
Yeah. Play too much, man. Come on, let's finish the live
Mr. Joint Base Lewis McCord. Joint Base Lewis
McCord Air Force Base. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Fort Lewis is the Army base. McCord Air Force Base. Yeah.
So Fort Lewis in Washington, I was stationed there. So John Arwood said, spades is for kids, but I will play it. Okay. 15,000 per year or below for food stamps. So that's like less
than $1,000 a month. Yeah.
So Richie, was it joint base Louis McCord? So it's the same thing. Yeah.
So
thank you. So the girlfriend and her family will kill your budget in the Philippines. Just remember the magic word.
Killer.
Yeah. The magic word.
That is the killer. You can. I'm telling you guys. Anybody who tells me you can't live on $1,000 in any city, I'm saying any city in the Philippines. I'm right smack in the city center of Manila, and I live easily on $1,000. I mean, in truth, I spend a little bit more than that, but you could live on $1,000. But when you get one of these, that is going to eat your money up. That is going to eat your money up, right? I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying you do because for real, you kind of low maintenance. To be honest, you're pretty good. I mean, you're not high maintenance, and you keep things chill. But but a lot of women are going to eat your money up. I mean, because they want to go places, they want to do stuff,
They want to
right?
eat out.
They want to eat out, they want to do stuff. That's why they're with you.
Mhm.
So it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. So Living Our Lives said 10 is for amateurs. I learned from a blind man. Knuckle up, y'all.
Well,
So
we could do 15 to get in.
all right. So Stephen McCardle said, "Have you thought about doing a broadcast from Savannah?" We got that
We're
already.
doing that.
So Chi-Town, hello, Shy,
Chicago. That's
Okay,
Chicago.
Chicago, Chi-Town.
There you go.
Hello to my favorite little cute couple. Been raining cats and dogs in Chicago
word?
area.
At least it ain't
the
snowing.
Yeah, how is the weather there, guys? Did the earthquake in Thailand affect you guys?
No, it didn't really affect us.
Mhm.
It didn't really affect us at all. And I think there's some tremors here, but it didn't really affect us at all. And I'm glad for that too.
Yeah.
The weather actually is cool for the last few days.
Mhm.
It's
Like overcast, like
yeah, it's what's probably like 28 degrees.
I'm not sure.
So
I think
not 28 degrees. So we have to do Fahrenheit here.
32.
89 degrees.
Sorry,
So
I don't do Fahrenheit.
yeah, I know you don't. That's fine. 89 degrees here, so that's pretty good for this time of year. 89 degrees is not bad, and yeah, so it's nice. It's a balmy 89, and the humidity ain't too high. That's not bad.
Yeah. So Mike T, thank you both for another live stream. You two have a blessed good day. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Mike T. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, and Derek Greenwade said, "Come on, Richie, 15 to get in.
We're
Ella,
good.
Bella, and Stella."
Ella, Bella, and Stella's in the house. We'll do it. 15 to get in.
All
15 to
right,
get in. I'm
Living
stoked
Our
for it.
Lives. I thought I felt slight one here in Cavite, or maybe just I stood up fast, but it was the same day of Thai quake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't felt the earthquake in I didn't feel the Myanmar or in the Thailand one. I didn't really
I
feel
didn't
that at
either.
all. But the one time, remember, I was like, oh, right in the middle of a class, there was an earthquake, and
I
was
think
like,
I messaged
yeah,
you the same
it was like
time.
Theo. I was in class with Theo. Remember him? And I was like, oh, well, I gotta go. I was like, look, dude, I gotta go, man. Yeah, it's like I ain't sticking around for no when no damn earthquake is happening. I gotta bust a move. But
all
right. So our time is up. You guys, we appreciate you. We are seriously trying to grow this channel. We're especially trying to grow our live stream. I know we're up against a couple other live streams because this is kind of a prime time for live streams. And I guess it is what it is. We're not trying to compete, but this is prime time for live streams. It just is what it is. And neither one of us are available on any other days except maybe tomorrow. Except maybe which would be their Saturdays. I don't know. We might consider that. Huh?
Yeah.
That might be a thought. Anyways, but anyway, we really appreciate you guys coming in. Catlin, we appreciate you. Having another nice Filipina in the house is a great luxury for sure. You guys, so a quick little hand to Catlin for hanging tough with us. We appreciate you, Catlin. We love you.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get you. We're gonna pop in on Catlin or something
until
like that.
she gives it.
Or hopefully we'll have lunch together.
Yeah. Okay. So Fantasy Novel said 4 channels I'm subscribed to right now are streaming. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the problem. I think it would be high. I think we would do better if we did it on tomorrow.
Yeah, Saturday night.
Something to consider. Hey, you guys, real quick, let us know what you think. Give us a little feedback. Would it be better if we did it same time tomorrow? Would it make a difference? Would you be able to be? Would it make a difference as far as you being able to be here and join us? Just a little feedback. It maybe helps us. But I know there's like 2 or 3 other live streams going on at the same time because it's prime time for live streams.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let us know what you think. We love you guys. Thank you guys for participating. Next time, for those of you guys who didn't call in, a little shy, call in, man. Call in. Give us your input, your thoughts, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Let us know. Seriously.
I like saying this now. Say it with your chest.
Yeah.
Call us.
Say it with your chest. Yeah. All right. So we'll see you guys the next.
Oh, Chi-Town here have a feedback like Saturday's better, Friday too hectic.
Okay. Good feedback. Good feedback. All right. Let us know. Definitely let us know. Mr. Lee Knight said our live stream is the best. We appreciate that. All you guys, we really, really appreciate it.
Yes.
Interesting. So maybe tomorrow might be the best time to do it.
Okay.
To rock the house, right? Okay. Hey, we appreciate that. For if you didn't give us feedback, maybe we'll put that in a post. We'll post that and do a poll, and maybe that'll help. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you guys, we love you. John Armwood, I'm coming at you in just a little bit. Maybe let's get together and plan that, and we'll talk to Stevie Mack, and we'll get together with the time and the date for our meet and greet. All right.
Yes, I'm excited for you all.
We're excited too. We're gonna play some spades, play some dominoes, maybe
Mm.
drink some stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
just behave.
Don't miss me too much, huh?
Anyway, we'll see you guys the next live stream. I'll be stateside.
Mm.
It'll be, and it might, if I'm lucky, it could be with somebody else that's in this chat right now.
Mm.
So we'll let you know. But the next live stream will definitely be next week, and it'll be stateside. So it'll be cool. It'll be really cool.
So there's some beef here. Star Wars sucks. Star Trek rules, bro.
I like them both. But I'm a Star Wars dude.
Mm.
I'm born and bred. I'm a Star Wars dude and always have been. So,
Mm.
but I like Star Wars too. Right?
Okay.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. We love you guys and thank you guys so much for supporting us.
Thank you so much.
Deuces.
We're out.
We're out.